Welcome to the Samwelb B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Hello, Canada, hockey fans of the United States and Newfoundland.
You're watching Samwelb experience.
What's up, everybody? Thanks, Dougie. As always, welcome in to another great evening of Maple Leafs hockey. I don't even know what day it is. Thursday night. It is crazy. And there it is. There it is. The big return tonight. Joseph Woll will be standing tall, tending the twine for the buds and blue. Let's go. It's about time. Can't wait. Welcoming everyone. Thanks for being here. We're going to have so much fun tonight. So much fun. Beverly, thanks for putting that in there. What's going on? Welcome in. Phil, good evening to you. Jonathan, hello there. John William, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Theo, Sam Eagle, hello, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Welcome in. Thomas, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And welcome to the show. Onyx, what's up, buddy? Steph, welcome in. Great to see you. Hope you are doing all right. Victoria, welcome to the show. John, hello there. Did Keith get fined? He sure did. I believe it was about 25K in fact. What's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Dean, hello there. Daniel Barry in the house. Crazy Canuck. Getting on me about the Panthers already? Getting on me, Crazy Canuck? All right. You want to play that game, Crazy Canuck? Panthers suck. Panthers suck. There you go, Crazy Canuck. Look what you did. Well, welcome in, everybody. Jonesy's Motorcycle Adventures. Good to see ya. Welcome to the show. Danny T is here. Everyone be good. Leo, what's going on? Ben, welcome in. Patrick in the house. Welcome in, everyone. All right, let's jump into it. The starting lineups first for your 23, 30, and 5 Arizona Coyotes. Ooh, I still can't howl. It's getting better, though. Alex Kerfoot, he's going to start with Barrett Hayden and Nick Schmaltz. Matthias Maselli, who, man, he got us good last game, with Nick Bugstad and Lawson Krause. Krause, big target. Can someone steal him away from the Coyotes? He would be a great pickup for anybody. Jason Zucker with Logan Cooley and Dylan Gunther. Michael Carcone with Jack McBain and Liam O'Brien. On the D side, it's JJ Moser with Matt Dumba. Sean Dursey with Michael Kiersing. Huso Valmecki with Troy Stretcher, and Connor Ingram getting the start tonight. Mike, what's going on? Welcome in, Taylor. Welcome in, Claude. Hello there. Good to see ya. Welcome in, one and all. Mark, what's up, Mark? Welcome. All right. For the Maple Leafs, who are 33-17 and 8. Let's switch this back. It's not a Panthers stream, but I had to stand up for my boys. Daryl, what's going on? Roger, hello. B. Disney, hello. Mike, hello. Welcome in. For the Maple Leafs, Matthew Knies with Austin Matthews and Mitchie Marner. Matthews and Knies playing together to try and light up their hometown squad. We got Tyler Bertuzzi, William Nylander, and Max Domi hanging around with that second line. And boy, has anybody got Bertuzzi playing on another level the way Max Domi has? Bertuzzi has been sharp. The third line, Bobby McMahon with Nicky Robertson and John Tavares. Tavares is actually helping those youngsters out. We got Pontus Holmberg, David Kempf, and Ryan Reeves. And this fourth line has actually been looking good as of late on the D side. And this is where we need some help. Morgan Riley's back with TJ Brody. I'm not so sure about that. Simon Benoit and Jake McCabe are back together. I'm super happy about that. Giordano and Lagesson get the third row of D. And, of course, making his return. And I got to find this. I know I already said it once. Where is it? I should have put on my glasses. I can't see. Here we go. Coming back. We missed you, Joseph Wall.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Welcome back, Waller. Cannot wait to see you. And there he is standing on the line with those anthems. Yes, let's go. Craig, what's going on? Cold enough? Nah. Yes, it's very cold. How does it go from 14 to -7? That's insane. But welcome to everyone. George, what's going on? Good to see you too. Daryl, I don't know if I said hello to you, but I'll say hello again. Forrest is here. Brett is here. Elizabeth is here. Keep Six is here. Everybody's here. It's a party in the 6. Even though you're not in the 6, I'm in the 6. That's right. Live from Toronto. It's Thursday night hockey. All right, anthems are going. We're going to get this one wrapped up. Noah Gregor is still scratched. He's still out. And that begs the question, what is going to happen with the Greg man when it comes time for trade deadline in just a few days? What is it, like 7 or 8 days away? It's coming up real soon. Lajoie and Marty Jones, of course, also the healthy scratched. And in case you didn't hear the news, Chris Tanev is off the market. He's not a Maple Leaf. He's a Dallas Star. Chris Tanev going to the Dallas Stars. We're going to talk about that trade a little bit later. I'm still trying to digest it, but my, oh my, Chris Tanev goes to the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars getting bigger and badder. Well, not necessarily bigger because Chris Tanev isn't the biggest guy in the world. Look at this. My hair is all messed up now. Oh, Canuck got me to change my hats and it messed up my flow. Well, welcome in. Anthems are almost wrapped up. Now we're going to switch it over. And we'll be good to go. Joan, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. Listen, those 2 weeks when we were down and out and not in Beverly Hills, that was tough. But we fought through it. We powered through it. We hit 10K, and we are here today. So thank you for sticking with us and hanging out. BCHL, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome in. Of course, we're going to continue with our little hybrid action that we have been doing. So you're going to get the best of both worlds here because that's what we bring you. Now, for those that are new, if you're just coming in and checking things out, you are earning points just for being here. You can check your points at any time by typing !points in the chat. When you do that, it's going to say, hey, you've accumulated 100 points, 1,000 points, whatever it is. Then you can use the redemption commands to bring up graphics all game long, simply by doing !redeem, and then you put in what you want to redeem. And you'll see the commands all night long. You'll see people putting in commands, and all you have to do is enter them in, and that will bring the graphics up just like that. Hey, Carlton, that will bring the graphics up on the screen. You can do that all night long. Leaf graphics, Arizona graphics, all kinds of team graphics. There's the man, DC. in the house. And love me some Don Cherry. All right, let's get over to the game screen and get this one going. There's the Waller. Let's bring it up. Joseph Wall making the return tonight. So excited for the return of the Wall. Ingram is in there. He hasn't been horrible. He's been pretty decent for this Arizona team. Now, the thing you don't know about the Coyotes is they have an active road point streak versus Toronto in 12 games. They've gone 10-0-2 going back to January 14th of 2006. So they have a long streak going here versus Toronto. They want to continue that. So here we go. Game is officially underway. Puck is dropped. We are a go, go, go. Down in the Arizona zone. Leafs had it momentarily. Here they come. Matthews going to tip this one in. Spencer, what's going on? Don Cherry is the guy.
Brody shot off a stick to the corner. Knies knocks his man down, trying to come up with the puck behind the net. Marner unable to reach that, and it's Nick Schmaltz back.
Daniel, what's going on?
That's knocked down with a high stick by Matthews, and the first whistle.
All right, we got to whistle. We got to whistle. We got to whistle. Now, for those who don't know, if you've been hiding under a rock and haven't been watching the Maple Leafs as of late, the Maple Leafs have been crushing it on the power play. In fact, their power play percentage for the month of February is 51.9%, 14 for 27. It is the highest power play percentage by a team in a single month since 1977-78, since it was officially tracked. And back then in 78, it was the Islanders who did 50%. With a minimum of 10 games played. So Toronto over 50% this month on the power play. Wow. Toozy coming close here early. Curtis, what's going on? Welcome in.
In his last two starts and just unable to reach that inside the Arizona line, but Nylander follows, kicks it back to Domi. Here's Max Domi, the former Coyote. Back into the corner for Nylander, who cycles it around for Domi. Looking to center that. That denied by Jersey. And the Coyotes clear.
Gerard, that was awesome. We got an icing call coming up here. It was awesome. Beating the Avs was spectacular. Listen, that was a serious road trip. The Avs, Philly, one game against Vegas. I mean, it was... The Leafs have been playing on a different level over the last little while. Miss Bertuzzi is a Bruin. You know, he was okay. I've been disappointed in his play, but the last 4 games he's got, the last 3 games he's got 4 goals and 5 points, so he's been picking it up. Let's see if Bert can continue that hot hand. Dreamlands isn't giving out 2,000 points or so. Well, that's weird, Daryl. It might take a couple minutes to accumulate.
In the lineup tonight, so no Timothy Liljegren. Chance in front, and that pass behind Logan Cooley, and out the other way comes Tavares.
Here comes Tavares, gonna pitch this in, doesn't get it in. Coyotes standing up at the line. Thank you, Lewis. Feeling much better.
Valimaki off a leg, and Dylan Gunther gives chase against Morgan Riley. Back across it comes to Matt Dumba. Into the middle, that shot through.
John, I agree with you. I don't think they're going to do anything together.
DJ Brody got caught up with the official there and lost the puck. They'll come back to Dumba. And now Cooley, the 19-year-old, a native of Pittsburgh, stepped on the stick of Brody and fell down. No call on the play, and it's back out to center. In over the line, it's played around to the far side and sent back in deep. Morgan Riley after it behind the net. Challenge there by McCabe, Liam O'Brien on the puck, and now it's Carcone to the line, and Dumba lost it there. Ryan Reeves took it away. Reeves.
All right, Daryl, I've isolated your user in the background, and I'll watch to see if the points go up.
Strong showing for this fourth line for Toronto.
Yeah, fourth line has been able to give Sheldon Keefe some consistency, and remember early in the year it was almost a guaranteed minus in the first, 14, 15 games for that fourth line, and now they've been able to contribute.
That's right, Tristan Wall is back. Thank goodness. So great to see Wall back. Thank you for hitting those subscribes, by the way. Much appreciated. It's an offside call. So yes, Wall is back tonight. He is awesome. Liljegren is still out. Liljegren battling some kind of injury. It isn't explained. It doesn't say exactly what is going on with Lily, but him being out is certainly a little bit of a challenge. He's been playing excellent.
The top left, December 7th must feel like a lifetime ago. You know, going through so much of the rehab.
Gordon, he's been slumping 2 games. Oh, big giveaway there by McCabe. Luckily, he got the puck back.
And then you hope that he can settle right back down where he left off, playing some good hockey here for the league.
It was so terrific in that Ottawa game, and if you don't believe me,
Mini Hockey, what's going on? Grandpa, what's up? Welcome in.
Here's Knies trying to come up with it. The Arizona native looking for his first point against the team he grew up watching. Around for McCabe, but outlet for Mitch Marner. Marner up high. Tracked there by Bukestad.
One-timer.
Missed the target. Hasn't scored in his last 2. Hasn't gone 3 without a goal since late November. Marner's shot knocked down, and now Bukestad will play it ahead. Here are the Coyotes, an odd-man rush. Bukestad in.
Goes just wide. Daryl, I see your points went up by 2,000 points. So you are accumulating. It is tallying.
Buys a little time, and now we'll swing it out to center ice out of the reach of Nylander.
Well, there's one of those plays the guys were talking about in studio. You just get caught in thinking.
And that's going to go out of play. So a little bit of jump here by both teams. Both teams working hard to get in, but not getting a whole lot at the net. Again, Joseph Wall with a little collision there right in front of him. That's frightening. Anytime you see that happening when you return from that ankle injury, it makes you a little weary. But he's hanging in there.
Could have been a brilliant chance in the slot.
His 100th career road game. The last time he was here, he was public enemy number 1.
5 minutes gone. No shots on net as of yet.
Incident at center ice and was booed for the rest of the game. Troy Stetcher didn't play the last game against the Leafs. Back in the lineup for Arizona. And up it goes for Bertuzzi at center. Trying to dump it in.
Daniel bringing out the Coyote. Love it. Rick, what's going on?
Kerfoot over the line. Bumped there by Riley. Morgan Riley around for Bertuzzi off his stick. Kept alive by Dufferin.
Cats, I'm working up to it. I'm doing more and more. I'm still not 100%, and I'll be honest. The last 2 days, I kind of overdid it a little bit. So we're working ourselves back up there. We're getting back at it.
Back to him as the Coyotes have had a few looks here. They've been credited with at least one shot.
Been a few that have been blocked, getting close to Wall, and that one by Cooley from a tough angle.
Oh, here comes the Coyotes. Walking in, Cooley gonna feather this one back to the point. Dumba would look mighty good in a Leaf jersey. Tavares digging this one free. And here comes Benoit. Benoit is on the move. Gonna put this one over to Robertson. Robertson takes a whack, but he's still going. He's gonna play this one back. Shoot that! There it is, McCabe, and it trickles just wide with Bobby Mack standing in front of my man Howler. I actually saw that. Oh, Daniel, that's awesome. Carlton and Wall share the same number. They can share a birthday with McCabe and Matthews and Keith. Share birthday. That's pretty cool. You love hearing the combinations. Here's Toronto. They're going to steal it out. Nick Robertson doing a good defensive play. Going to flip it up for Holmberg. Holmberg coming in. Sharp angle. Going to curl around behind the net. Still with it. He's going to cycle this back as David Kempf comes flying in. Reeves in with a little shoulder check there on Jack McBain. This coming around. Big hit there. Who was that pinched up? Lagesson took a hit. Kempf has it behind the net. He's taking on 2 Coyotes. Down there, Holmberg coming in to help out. Reeves getting a stick in there. Going to come around. Reeves with a little push there on Carcone before Arizona sends us the length of the ice. No icing call, though. Toronto back with it. Giordano taking a little look-see, waiting. Both teams making changes. There we go, Cats. You ask and I will deliver. Here comes Toronto, going to flip this in. Matthews trying to knock it down out of the air. Can't quite get there. Arizona going to play it around. Riley up on the pinch. Knies covering. Knies gets it. He goes into the slot for Marner. Marner to Matthews with a shot. That one goes just wide. Ingram with the stick going to knock that one away. And again, Arizona sending this down the ice. The ice, no icing, the referee says. They're going to play this up to Knies on the left side. He's going to come in. Plays this one down low. Ingram coming out to play it around. Knies knocks it down. Here's Matthews, sharp angle shot. And it's right into the glove of Ingram. He's going to hang on to it. Slow start, a little sluggish here. They're going to take a commercial break. Only one registered shot on net. And we're only halfway through the first period. I've heard of low shooting, but this is low shooting. If you're just coming in, thank you so much for tuning in and joining us here tonight on a Thursday night for some Maple Leaf hockey. Make sure you do hit that thumbs up as you're coming in. We appreciate it. And of course, it's over there now. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for your support. This has been an incredible couple of weeks. You guys have been absolutely amazing. So we appreciate it and we thank you. This has been, this month, even though we were sick, this month has been one of the biggest months we have had. The response has just been amazing. You guys have been just amazing. This community continues to grow and blossom. So thank you guys for letting me be part of your hockey community. Now, if we can only get these boys to perform, come on, Austin. I think you need a couple of goals, right? You're starting to slow down here. Maybe Mitchie can get in there. Maybe Bert can keep his streak going. And by the way, William Nylander, I think, is it 8 games, if I'm not mistaken? An 8-game point streak for William Nylander coming into tonight's game. So we got to get him going. Of course, I actually made my Tim Hortons picks today. I'm very proud of myself. So I did pick William Nylander and Bertuzzi in tonight's game. So hopefully one or both of them can put this one in. Refs are in hockey, not going to lie. Tristan, the refs have not been great. The refs have not been great. Thank you so much. There it is. Hitting that subscribe for us. Somebody's subbing up. So thank you so much. Sheldon Keefe, of course, he was all over the officials last game, and the officials kind of kicked him out. He got a fine for it, but that's okay. That shows the team, listen, I got you. Keefe being part of the team, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, as a coach, when you're yelling at the officials, something's going to happen. And sometimes you kind of use that to your advantage to try and help with the bonding of your team. I think you're forgetting Matthew. Of course, he certainly is an Arizona native, but he's a Toronto boy now.
It's amazing sometimes when you see the shots, you can't believe the guys.
Thank you, Cats. Appreciate it. I was very pleased. Here comes Arizona back to the line. Going to move this one around, cycling around. Arizona with it. Marcelli getting a little cute. Here they come, walking up, passing it over. Shot gets knocked down. Wall has had a stellar first half of this first period. Hasn't faced a single shot. Paulette, thank you so much. Welcome to the show, and thank you. Let's get Reeves going on a streak. Yeah, Mark. Reeves, get him going on a goal streak. Ejected Keefe for telling the truth. Gonna play this around. Yeah, they're censoring Keefe. They don't want him to tell the truth. Burt plays this out. Arizona picking up the loose puck. They're gonna stick this one around. Taking a look. Now here come the Coyotes. Gonna flip it down the right side. Giving chase in. McCabe taking heavily into the boards. Gets it over to Matthews. Matthews plays this one up. Tipped out for Marner. Marner could not get a piece of it. John, I'll take a look. I know because we've been getting so many members, some of the times I have to refresh the config. So let me go find you, and I will do a quick refresh. If anybody else is also, any channel members are also having issues with the gambling, let me know.
Here's Cooley in front, steered away by Wall.
Let's find John here.
Matthews with another takeaway. Tavares tied up, can't clear it. Kept alive by Zucker. To the near side. Matthews back there defensively. Marner off the boards and out. As the Leafs got hemmed a bit past the midway mark of this first period. Cooley plays it off the boards back in. It'll get chipped to Marner. And
Come on, Marner. Let's get Marner going.
David Kemp.
Hamflett comes in, tries to pass this one across. Can't do it.
As they complete the change, it's off the
All right, John, I removed you and re-added you. So let's see if that does the trick. Here comes Arizona back the other way. Spinorama with a backhand pass. That doesn't connect. When you get too cute, you turn the puck over. And here comes Holmberg. He goes across to Giordano. What a save! Incredible save by Ingram. Giordano crashes hard into the boards, and he is down. Giordano is down. He's got his legs spread open. Now he's on all fours. Ouch, that hurts. Rockin', what's going on? Krista, what's going on? Krista, I got your email. I apologize I haven't gotten back to you yet. It has been crazy over here, but I promise you I will. Giordano. Man, when your senior citizen on your team goes crunching into the boards like that, that could be a serious injury. But he's looking okay. Probably just knocked the wind out of himself.
Since the passing of his father on February the 15th.
He's still on all fours. He kind of Holmberg, can you move out of the way there? You're blocking my view. So here, it was a nice pass, trying to get it across. Oh, geez, you know what? He went down kind of hunched over, and from that angle, it looks like he actually hit his head on the boards. His head was ducked in. I don't know, because it was, so fast. I don't know if his head made contact or if he turned his head enough to get away. But yeah, Rick, didn't it look like it? It looks like he got his head in there. So that's not good. I assume somebody's going to see that replay and send Gio to the quiet room so he can count the little birdies flying around his head like in the cartoons. But yeah, hope he's okay. That was a hard crunch, and we can't really afford to have any more defensemen go down and out. Yeah, Daniel, I agree. I think he's definitely going for a little how many fingers do you see? 4? That was yikes. Yeah, that was not a nice hit. Bad for the neck. It's funny. I just took a couple Advils. My neck has been pretty bad today with all the weather changes, and seeing that hit, it kind of hurts just a little bit more. How are they playing tonight? It's a little slow. Only a couple of shots on the board. 3 for Toronto, 1 for Arizona. They're a little sluggish. I hope they're not overestimating Arizona here, right? I hope they're not looking past them, because there's a big game coming up Saturday night. Saturday night, the best night for hockey. The Leafs are playing the New York Rangers. So that is going to be an outstanding game, and where we'll be right here, and I hope you will be as well. Richard coming in with 5 gifted memberships. Richard, thank you so much. Really appreciate your constant support to our channel. Thank you for that, and congratulations to all of our new channel members. Let's get some stick taps going for Richard. Stick taps for Richard. Richard, thank you so very much. There it is, the sticks coming in. 9 minutes to go here in the first period. Not much is going on, but here's Bertuzzi driving to the net backhand. And Ingram coming up with the save. Oh, I wanted that so bad for Bertuzzi. So bad for Bertuzzi. But right off the draw, he steps around and he goes right in there. Nice little tip pass by Domi. Oh, so close. Again, welcome in everyone. If you're just tuning in and joining us, great to have you here this evening. Make sure you are hitting that thumbs up as you're coming in. There it is. Gerard giving the Stanley Cup to Richard. Toronto's going to win this draw. Riley has it at the point. Chips it into the hash marks. They're fighting for it. Arizona's going to pick it up. And the Arizona Coyotes on the move, working this all the way up into the Toronto zone. Leafs back with it, going to play it. Here's Riley, going to carry it up the right side. He's going to dump this in. Ingram out to stop it. Now he's going to play it back around where Riley just dumped it in. They're sending it in all the way down. Arizona wearing the white jerseys tonight. They look nice. Domi taken heavily into the boards. He grabs his face. Domi gets rocked, and I think he caught his mouth on the lip of the boards where the boards and the glass meet. He's back up with the puck. He's still getting wrapped around. Where was the official on that call? Toronto getting no loves by the officials the last couple of games. Here's a pass up to Benoit. He's going to tip this one in. And they're going to call this an icing call. I'd like to see a replay of that Domi play. Domi's got a busted lip. He's bleeding. So let's see this replay. Domi goes in. Oh, yeah, he takes a punch right to the face by number 24, Matthew Dumba. Dumba turns around and gives him a punch right to the face. And as Domi's going off the bench, Domi gives a shot to Marcelli, taking him out. So some physicality picking up here. Officials have gone to the pizza place. They put in their order. They're waiting for pickup. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. JDA in the house. What's up, Jordan? One of our partner channels. Good to see you, brother. I Can Prep is here. Everyone behave. Welcome in Prep. Russell, what's going on? I don't think I said hello to you before. Playing this back around. McMahon chasing this one down. He's going to go in there with a little light hit. But Arizona's going to move it up the right side. Now they're going across to the left. They bobbled it a little bit. Good enough because they slowed down. I think McCabe was setting up for a monster hit as they walked in over the line. Pass ahead to Robertson. Robertson bobbles that. Robertson is not having a great start to today's game. Arizona going to hammer this one back into the Toronto zone. Marner along the boards gets it to McCabe. He hammers it around to the left side. Trying to feed this one out. Nice play by Dursey to keep it in. Back to the line. Here's the steal. It's a break for Mitch Marner from the red line. Marner going in all alone. Oh, and he drops it. What a play! And a goal for Matthew Knies, my boy. Woo! You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Matthew Knies. What a brilliant play by Mitch Marner. Marner on the breakaway. He draws the attention and he goes through the legs with the drop. And it's Matthew Knies has a 1-foot putt to sink it for birdie. What a play, Matthew Knies. Marner says, hey, you want to score against your hometown team? Here you go. That's going to get Knies fired up. What a play. What a pass, Mitch Marner. Normally, I would say, Mitchie, do not make that pass. That was dangerous. But Knies was there, and it looked like he knew it was coming. Stick was down in the right place. That was massive. Here's a blast. This one's going to go up and at a play. Mitchie will always get it to you. Yes, he will. What a nice, nice pass. Most 50 assist seasons in franchise history. Marner's up to 5. He's tied with Boreas Salming. Daryl Sittler leads with 6. But what a play. A breakaway from the line. You know what? He looked at his shoulder. He looked over his shoulder. He was going in. He turned and looked over his shoulder. Made eye contact with Knies. So Knies knew 100% that was coming. Varias, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, we got a wave going in 3, 2, 1. Hey, get that virtual wave going. Get those hands up. Here's coming in a shot right on. And Waller gonna make that save. If you're just coming in and you didn't know, Joseph Wall has returned tonight. He is in here, and so far he hasn't been tested too badly. But they are looking good. Matthew Knies. Boy, it feels good to type his name in here. His 11th goal of the campaign from Marner. And again, it's Marner. Maybe I'll put the number of assists up here too. There we go. Whoops. Whoopsie daisies. Let's fix that. Not Matthew Knies. It's Matthew Knies. Joseph Wall. There it is. Mark's bringing up the Waller. Here's Arizona coming in. Nice shot And a nice save. Wall making it. Here comes Kempf. Kempf back the other way. Gonna bring this through. There it is. Various getting the knives up for Matty Knies. Love it. Coming around over to David Kempf. Kempf gonna rotate around right in front. Shovel Ryan Reeves. 2 opportunities. And he can't bury it. Ryan Reeves in the Dave Anderchuk scoring zone. Just could not put that one in. The Go Leafs Go chants are going. Let's get it going. Claude's got them going here in the chat. If you're a channel member, get the Go Leaf Go emojis going. If you're not a channel member, just type it in. Go Leafs Go as Arizona with an icing call. Wall is on fire. Wall is looking nice. Again, he hasn't been tested too much, but he is in there. And Joseph Wall, we are happy to have him back. There it is. Oh, they're all coming in now. Love it. Puck is dropped. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first. Arizona going to send it down the ice again. Here they come. Walking in. Centering it right in front. Wall kicking out the right pad. What a stop. Lagesson taking his man into the corner. Bertuzzi coming to help out. Shovels it to the line. Coming around. Dursey taking a look. Going to play this one up. Arizona setting things up. That pass is going to go wide of its intended target. O'Brien couldn't come up with it. Here's Domi. Domi to Nylander. Nylander plays this back to the defense. And Toronto going to start to move this up, but it's deflected up and out of play. He does. Yes, keep 6. When he goes, and a lot of goalies do this, when they go from post to post and they're sliding across, they use that opposite foot to push and come across. And that's why it was a little dicey when he was going to return, because he put so much pressure on his ankles as he moves back and forth. He had to be sure that there was enough strength in that ankle to support when he pushes hard. Billy, what's going on? Welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are approaching 100 likes on the board. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, give it a clickety click, click, click. And we thank you for hitting that like for us. Arizona, not the toughest team in the world, but for some reason they have Toronto's number at home. Toronto has always had a tough time, and that's why the Coyotes have a streak of 12 games with at least getting a point in Toronto. We're hoping that ends today. Now, Matthew Knies, as most of you know, he's from the Arizona area. He played minor hockey with the Junior Coyotes program, and the Maple Leafs are looking to earn their first home win against the Coyotes in regulation since 2002. The Leafs have not beaten Arizona in Toronto at home in regulation since October 17th, 2002, which, coincidentally, was the same day that Matthew Knies was born. So how do you like them apples? The last time the Leafs beat the Coyotes in regulation was the day Matthew Knies was born. Wow. So maybe this is a sign. Now, all these years later, he's going to turn it around.
Matthew Knies has the Maple Leafs up 1-0. He was born October 17th,
Here it is.
2002. And why is that relevant? Because that just so happens to be the exact date that the last time the Maple Leafs beat the Arizona Coyotes here in regulation. Yes, October 17th.
So I have a feeling like I'm reading the same media stat sheet that these guys are, because we just talked about that story. Ian, what's going on? Some great reports about Wall's condition. Yeah, he was doing well. He was pulling it together. Kevin, what's going on? Welcome in. Paralife, good to see you. Dallas, go hockey, go. Right, Tristan? It's okay. We support each other. Here comes JT. John Tavares in the corner gets taken down. Bullishly gets taken down. And the Coyotes going to play this one out and down the ice. 7 shots for Toronto, 4 for Arizona, 4:20 to go here in the first frame. Here goes Bobby McMahon with a partial break, shoots, and a nice save by Ingram. Here comes Arizona back the other way, down the right-hand side, cut towards the middle. Pass goes wide. Joseph Wall comes out and he gets clipped by the Arizona player streaking past him. I think it was Marcelli got a piece of Wall as he goes sliding through. That could have been dangerous. Toronto at 7:35 in Arizona. It's 1963. Richard, that is outstanding. I love that. Wow, so you guys score, and then immediately after my Bruins score against Bruce. Nice, Daniel. We're going to go around the league. We're going to look at all the scores coming up at first intermission with all of the stats. Again, thank you for hitting those like buttons. They are continuing to move up. We are now 19 away from 100, so hit that like and hit that where is it? Over there. Hit that subscribe. Here comes Tirana down the right, bringing it in, stopping, popping, Knives going down low in the corner. Knives picking it up. You know, every time Arizona's going in the corner, they're taking a hand off the stick. Here's Marner with a shot off the shoulder of Ingram and going up and out of play. Every time Arizona goes in the corner, they're taking one hand off the stick, grabbing the Leaf player and shoving them into the boards. That's holding. You can't do that. Every single time it's coming in. There it is. A whole bunch of likes just came in. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
You can see Ingram was deep in his blue paint, and
Matthews to Mitchie. Here's Matthews going to win the draw, coming back around. Down low, Knies in there in the corner. Matthews picking it up. Can't connect the pass. Here comes the Coyotes right up the middle. Taking a look, going to dump this one in. The chase is on. Panther going in there hard after it. Going to take Brody into the boards. Riley in there as well. Matthews waiting. Matthews gets the puck. He's going to flip this up too far for Mitch. Quick shot. Wall makes a save. Goes down, makes a secondary save. Knies picking it up. He's going to go off the boards. Mitchie chops at it. Can't get it. Arizona turning it right around. 3-on-3 coming in. Setting it up. Shot goes just wide. Picking it up on the far side. Ryan Reeves with a nifty little move. Reaver playing with the puck a little bit, waiting for a line change to come through. Pass up to David Kemp. Kemper's going to work his way in. Going to dump it in. The dump and chase game is strong tonight. Reeves with a monster hit, taking his man out. If you're giving him a penalty, I'm going to lose my bloody mind right now. And there's Liam O'Brien giving Reaver a little shove. Reeve with that big smile. Saying, come on, O'Brien. You want to go for a pint? Reeves and O'Brien still having a conversation. They're trying to decide what's better, Guinness or Canadian. But Joseph Wall making some quick moves. His reaction time is outstanding. I love the speed we're seeing of Wall coming through. I mean, he is really moving. Very nice. The Grim Reaver, Tristan. I love that. That's awesome. All right, Daniel. Sounds good, buddy. Enjoy. Here we go. 2-11. Puck is dropped. Toronto's going to win that. Here we go. Gloves are off. Reeves, O'Brien. They're doing the dance. They're taking a look. Getting in there. Reeves is just waiting out. Reeves goes to grab with a right. Another right, but he's getting the back of O'Brien's head. O'Brien turning around. Now he comes a little left jabs over the top. O'Brien with the big one. Oh, a haymaker. A haymaker. O'Brien's biscuit goes flying. Reeves coming across the top. Down goes O'Brien. O'Brien is down. And their official's going to separate them. Reeves giving the flex as he skates away.
Those guys, 5 minutes each for fighting.
What a match. Boom, shakalaka.
Acknowledge me.
Right off the draw. The gloves are down. O'Brien went right at Reeves. So in my opinion, they should each get 5. O'Brien should get the extra 2 for instigating. Just saying. There it is. George bringing the Hulkster out. Oh, what you gonna do? Nice little tilt. Heavyweight for sure. Reaver getting it going. There it is, Jonathan. Get those boxing gloves in there for Reeves. Drop those gloves. Flood them. Flood the chat with the gloves for Reaver. What recipe? Dallas, I think they were fighting. What do you like? Pineapple on your pizza? No, I don't like pineapple on my pizza. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to go after all the shenanigans. Not enough. There you go. Coming around, Arizona's going to pick this one up. Plenty more coming, Leo says. Absolutely. Bringing it around, off the boards. Toronto can't get it out. They're going to bring it in. Look out, Toronto causing some trouble. There's all the gloves coming in. Whoa, with a great stop. Back to the line. Going to tee this one off, and Wall is going to grab it and hold on to it. Some pushing in front of Joseph Wall. Wall's going to get out of dodge. Pineapple and anchovies. Steph, I hope you're kidding. I'm a no to both. So nice finish this period. Hopefully that will wake up the rest of the team. Oh, did I see our partners coming in? Florida Park Explorers, what's going on? Ranger Scouts are at your game. Rumor Shesterkin for Nylander. No chance. No chance. It's going to cost you if you want our Willie. You want our Willie? You got to pay for it. Scratch that. Florida Park Explorers, what's up, Dave? Our partner channel. Good to see ya. Turco, what's going on? By the way, if you like to have fun, you got to go check out the Florida Park Explorers. Best time in their chat. 1:20 to go. Oh, goodness gracious. Here comes Arizona. Arizona with a shot. Family show. Bringing this one around. Jersey's going to bring it in. And scouts are there, and they don't want to burn. They don't want that bump for Hall of Fame goalie. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Whew, here we go, turning it around, back to hockey. By the way, if you're just coming in, welcome to the Madhouse. Make sure you're smashing that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. We got an icing call with 40.7 seconds left to go here in the first period.
Last minute of play in this period.
Matty Knives getting things going.
Nothing negative happens after what's been a pretty solid first period.
Here's a draw. Tavares going to win this one back. Toronto has possession. They're going to work this around. Lagesson setting up on the close side. It's McCabe with it. McCabe kind of holding on to it. Now he plays it up to Lagesson, who just tips it in. Now he's going to head to the bench. Arizona back to pick it up. They have Rempe. Rempe, I'm in love with Rempe. He is so good. I can't wait. Saturday, Rempe versus Reeves. Here's a shot. Wall gets down. It was blocked. Didn't quite get through there. Rempe versus Reeves is going to be a good one. You know what's going to happen. Down low, 10 seconds left. McMahon out to Tavares. Can't get a shot off. Gretchen, welcome in. And there goes the buzzer. First period is in the books. It wasn't a good one, but it was enough for the Leafs to come through with the lead. Let us flip over to intermission, and we got some stuff to talk about. All right, here we go. Intermission is underway. It was a low shooting period. 9 shots apiece by both teams. Look at the hits, though. 9 hits for Toronto, 18 for Arizona. That is brutal. 11 faceoffs, Toronto leading the way there. No penalties, although there should have been a few. I should say no power plays. We had the fight, but there should have been a few. 8 giveaways for Toronto. Again, not a great number. They did this the other day as well. Only 4 for the Coyotes. And 7 block shots for the Coyotes. That's a good number. 4 for the Maple Leafs. And that is going to do it for the first period of play. Taking a peek around the league, Sabres. Where did that just go? Sabres and Lightning tied at 1's end of the first period. Thank you for the thumbs down. Appreciate it. 3-0 Bruins over the Golden Knights. Boston, you're welcome. We softened them up for you. 1-1 Canadians and those Florida Panthers. 2-0 Islanders over the Red Wings. That's going to be a battle. Those teams really duking it out for a position in the standings. Hurricanes and Blue Jackets, they are tied at 0's, end of the first period. and a bunch of really good games coming up this evening. That is the out-of-town scoreboard. Let's take a peek. We have a trade, or we had a trade. Low shot on net equals a Leafs loss. Ooh, white Canadian trash guy. Could be. We have a trade coming in, and it actually came in yesterday because today is a leap year day, and today is every once in 4 years. So if your birthday is today, happy birthday. Congratulations, you are another 4 years older. So welcome. And hey, another thumbs down. All right, thank you so much. We know where there's a coming from, so we appreciate it. Taking a look. Major trade announcement involving the Dallas Stars. I love you guys. And the Calgary Flames. It is Chris Tanev. Chris Tanev. Say it ain't so, Sam. No, I'm telling you. Chris Tanev going to the Dallas Stars in exchange for Artem Grushikov, a second-round pick in 2024, and a conditional 2026 third-round pick. Now, a couple other things to take into consideration here. The Flames are retaining an initial 50% of Tanev's salary. The New Jersey Devils, who get in the mix for a 26 fourth-round pick from Dallas, retain another 50% of Tanev's salary. The Stars get the signing rights to Cole Brady. So, by understanding this, the Dallas Stars get Tanev at half his salary, and they use kind of the New Jersey Devils to kind of make things work in here. And I don't understand why this didn't happen for Toronto. And I'll tell you why it didn't happen for Toronto, because Toronto, Calgary said, was, hey, you want Chris Tanev, you have to give up. Sheldon coming in with that subscribe. Thank you so much. Lobster Boy, what's going on? They said, you have to give us a first-round draft pick for Tanev. And Toronto said, we're not giving you a first-round draft pick for Tanev. That's crazy. Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. And so that's what happened. Calgary will not deal with Toronto like they deal with the rest of the NHL. This has actually been reported with many teams. Many teams' asking price for a trade is much higher for Toronto than it is for anybody else, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But Tanev is gone. Tanev is off the market. Does he want to be a Toronto loser? Think thumbs down. Oh, that's funny. If you know, you know. I thought he was talking about the Rangers personally, but that's okay. Oh, hey, we'll see you Saturday night. Toronto or New York Rangers is going to be awesome. But yeah, he's off the market. I can't believe it. I knew he was going to get traded. I actually did believe Toronto was going to pull something out with him because they've been working on something for such a long time, and it just didn't happen. So that is tough noogies for Maple Leaf fans. Listen, Hannafin is still there. There's a potential that he could be in the mix, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, trade deadline is coming up very, very soon, and we're going to take a quick peek at the trade bait board. I always love looking at the trade bait board and to seeing who's out there, who's expecting to move, and where they're expecting to go. Come on, why is it not loading for me? We need our trade bait board. Here we go. Now, come trade deadline. What? Why is it not loading what I want it to load? Oh boy, maybe they haven't updated it yet, but the link is there. Hang on, let's try this one more time. I need our trade bait board. I look forward to reading the trade bait board all the time. No, I guess they haven't updated it yet. All right, that's okay. We can go. Let's see if we got. See if we can pull this up another way. If there's a will, there's a way. Here we go. All right. See, you just have to find the back door and it's easy. All right. Trade bait board. We just talked about him. Noah Hannafin. Noah Hannafin, 26 years of age. He's played 56 games. He's 9 goals, 30 points. Hannafin has a $4.95 million cap hit. Hannafin, I don't think is all the answers, but he definitely brings a lot that we could use. So, Mark, I've been saying for years, I would love to see Dumba come to Toronto. Dumba is very much so a type of player we want. In fact, Toronto in free agency tried to target Dumba, but his agent kind of strong-armed a little bit, demanded a bit too much money, and didn't happen. Markstrom is on the trade bait board. I don't think he's coming to Toronto. Jake Gunsel is on that trade bait board, and big rumors that Edmonton might be targeting Gunsel. Of course, Gunsel is kind of injured right now. He's out, I think, a couple more weeks. So it'll be interesting to see if somebody pulls a trigger on Gunsel as he's just returning from injury. But I'm hearing rumors the Edmonton Oilers could be interested in bringing him over. If the Oilers find a way of landing Gunsel, and I've been hearing the name that I was hearing, oh my God, now it escapes me. Triton, what's going on? Welcome in. The Lone Stranger, welcome in. I gotta look this up. I can see the number. Why can't I think of the name? Don't you hate when that happens? Fogle. Warren Fogle. That's who it is. Warren Fogle is here. Who I'm hearing would be part of a trade for Jake Gunsel. Of course, he would be a nice pickup for Pittsburgh to bring in Fogle. Fogle, I think, has been a very key part of the Edmonton Oilers. So that might be, something that actually hurts the Oilers. But, man, I really, really like him. Adam Henrique is on the board. Not for me. We don't need another old centerman. Sorry, I know you're not really old. You're 34. Sean Walker from Philly, a right D, would be interesting. But, again, is Philly really going to make some moves? Philly is in that playoff hunt, right? They are battling. So I can't imagine. And let me fact check myself here because I don't want to give you incorrect. Yeah, Philly's currently sitting third in the Met. So they are in there. I can't imagine that Philly is going to look to make a move for Sean Walker or Scott Lawton unless there's some major upside. Now, of course, Vladimir Tarasenko in Ottawa. He is up. He's making $5 million. He's an unrestricted free agent at the end of this year. I mean, I thought Tarasenko signing in Ottawa was going to be a big, big pickup. I really thought Ottawa was going to be much improved this year. Boy, I couldn't be wronger than wrong on that one. But here's one player, a right D on Nashville, who I absolutely love, and that would be Alexander Carrier. Again, Nashville in a similar spot to Philadelphia. The Predators, they are in that last wild card spot right now, and they're a couple of points up on Calgary. So how much is Nashville going to be looking to move players out? Probably not likely, but I would absolutely love to see Alexander Carrier come to Toronto. Bugnovich is on this list from St. Louis. Jake Allen, the goaltender from Montreal, is on this list. Jacob Chychrun is on this list. That's an interesting pickup. $4.6 million. He's only 25 years of age. He's got 1 year left on his deal, so that might not be a horrible pickup for Chychrun. Emberley is on the list. Frank Vetrano is on the list. I mean, I like Frank Vetrano a lot. I know we don't really need another forward, but man, I'm a big Frank Vetrano fan. Would anyone trade Marner for Brady? Are you saying like Brady Tkachuk? Ooh, straight up, eh? Let's take a little peek. Brady obviously is more of a hothead, more physical. What's he making? Brady's making a couple million less. He is signed. He's got a lot of term for a lot less. Boy, you have my interest peaked here with this potential move. Let me take a look. What was his point structure like? 83 points 2 years ago. He only had 50 points this year. 83 points last year, 67 the year before. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is very interesting. Oh wow. That is it is a hard one. You're giving up some assists, right? You're giving up some assists for sure. The problem with moving Marner is you're potentially breaking Matthews. Matthews and Marner are so well together. That would be tough. Daryl says easy to make that one. That's tough. I mean, I'd have to really think about that. Brady brings a lot of what we could use. A nice gritty forward. He does score. He gets some points. Ooh. I'm going to think on that one. That is a real tough one. He also has chemistry with AM. Exactly. Like that's a big. Only 40 points of Matthews' career is without Marner. Yeah, like it seems a silly thing, but you got to take that into consideration. What if you move Marner and all of a sudden Matthews just can't play? But here's the thing. And we got 100 likes, so thank y'all very much. Appreciate that. Here's the thing. If you're having conversations, because this summer Marner is going to get a contract extension. If you're already talking with him about a potential salary, and Marner's saying, "I want Nylander Matthews money. I want 11.5, 12 million," and you're like, we can't afford to do that, even though we're going to give Tavares a pay cut and this and that. We can't afford to pay that much money. If they can't sort it out, and Toronto says, "Well, we'd rather trade him than lose him," and I say, Marner is not playing in Toronto regardless. You have to trade him. Then yeah, I make that deal. But it's going to be crazy. What other names we got in here? Here's an interesting one. Anthony Duclair from San Jose. Duclair bounced around. He's been with the Panthers, the Rangers, a few other teams. Big rumors that the Florida Panthers are looking to get back together with Anthony Duclair, which I'd love to see that move happen. I'm a big fan of Duclair. He's got a ton of speed. He's got some decent hands, but he needs people to play with. So put him back in Florida. I'm all for that. Alex Wemberg on the list. And here's Matt Dumba. When did he become 29? God, I thought he was younger. 29 years of age for Matty Dumba, making $3.9 million. I mean, I think that's definitely somebody you target, somebody you have to look at. He would be great here in Toronto. One of my favorite D when he was in Toronto, and I don't think he'd want to come back to Toronto. He is an unrestricted free agent making $2.75, which is a smidge high, is Ilya Lyubushkin. Remember when we had Lyubushkin a couple of years ago? I mean, that was outstanding. Imagine Domi Matthews, Brady line. I mean, that would be a hard-hitting physical line. I mean, that would be absolutely wild. If anyone thinks Matthews can't score without Marner, that's hilarious. It is pretty funny. Duclair, not Eclair. I didn't say Eclair. I could go for an Eclair. Anthony Duclair. I mean, I'm a big Duclair fan, but yeah. What do you give for Dumba? 50% retained. What do you want? I hate to say it, but I think you're probably going to give up a prospect. I think you're giving up a prospect in a draft pick. Kind of what I'm thinking for Dumba, 50% retained. It's kind of where my head's at. I don't know exactly who. I'd have to look at the list of prospects and all that, but that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, Lyubushkin would be a nice pickup. Tyson Barrie, no, we want to stay away from him. Of course, here's Warren Fogle. He's on this list. Nick Robertson on the list. I'd be sad to see little Nicky move on from Toronto. Of course, we all know how much Coach loves him. Austin, what's going on? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Nick Robertson, I'd hate to see him go, but he deserves some playing time somewhere. Timmins and a prospect. Yeah, Mark, I'd be okay with that too. Dominic Kubulik on Ottawa. Again, we don't need another forward, but I'm a big fan of Kubulik. Brett Kulak from Edmonton. not so sure Edmonton's going to be moving him. Kulak has been a pretty important piece of their defensive squad. As I take a scroll through this list, now it just kind of seems to be getting some random players. The very last name, the 50th name on this list, and I can't imagine Nashville trades this player. Goaltender, UC Saros. UC Saros. If Nashville, he's got 1 year left, he's making $5 million. If I could pull UC Saros to my team and sign him to an extension, I'd do that deal tomorrow. I mean, your goaltending issues are solved right there. I mean, unfortunately, your starting job for Joseph Woll is lost. But if you had a UC Saros, Joseph Woll tandem, oh my gosh, that would be insane. Marner is aggressive and Matthews, bossy. I mean, that would be crazy. But again, I don't think they're trading him at all. So that's a trade bait board courtesy of TSN. Thank you, TSN, for letting us look at your trade bait board. Having some conversation. Period 2 going to kick off with a Maple Leafs goal. Theo is feeling a goal coming up. We will see second period about to start momentarily. Saros would cost a core 4. Yeah, crazy connect. Do I get a say? Do I get to pick? Bye, John Tavares. See you later. No, in all seriousness, if you're talking about moving a Mitch Marner, maybe that's your move, right? Maybe that's your move. But boy, oh boy, that would be insane. That would be insane. So they're talking on TV. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter. I don't have the picture to show you, but there's a picture somebody did up of Bert and Ernie, and they changed it to Bert and Domi. It was pretty darn funny, and they're just showing a quick clip with Domi having a laugh. All right, let's get in here and get this period going. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. For everyone hitting those likes, thank you so much. Game is on. Let's get going, or let's just ice the puck. Drop it again. 5 seconds ticking off that clock. Jose, what's going on? Welcome in. Go Leafs, go. Now again, for those that are just tuning in and just joining us, you are earning points for being here. You can check your points by doing exclamation mark points in the chat at any time. They'll tell you what you've earned. Then you, like Jordan's Disney Adventures, can bring up graphics all game long and play around with it. So have fun with it. Charles, what's going on? Do you trade a first rounder? Who says they can't do a trade for the picks? Yeah, I would avoid, if I can avoid trading a first rounder, I certainly do. Triton coming in with a gifted membership. Triton, thank you so much, brother. I hope you're doing all right, my friend. But thank you so much, Triton, dropping the gifted membership. Stick taps for AAU Triton. Here's Marner with it. Marner walking that line. Going to move this around. As a cross, walking in. Big shot and a nice save by Bertuzzi teeing off on that one.
Bertuzzi coming off the bench was kind of left alone. When you get Matthews and Marner, they exchange the puck so well. But what I like here is J.J. Moser, he knows, okay, now you start chasing Marner, and then look at him back off. And he's just trying to get in that shooting lane and then keep the...
There's taps for Triton. Love it. Thank you all. Supporting Triton. Supporting our community. We appreciate everybody here. Toronto going to win this draw. Back to the line. Quick shot. They score! Is it Bertuzzi? I think it is. I think it is. Bertuzzi's going to get credit. Love it. Love it.
You got the touch.
Lagesson, a little floater from the point. Bertuzzi. Oh, I don't know. Did he get it? You can't see from that angle. I mean, he's certainly celebrating like he did. But it doesn't matter. Bertuzzi's got himself a little 3-game goal streak here. Bertuzzi. I gotta get a Bertuzzi redemption. Mike, what's going on? Big Bert. Big Bert. I gotta find a little redemption for Bertuzzi. He's due.
Asked you before the game started whether 20 might be possible for Bertuzzi. He's got 12 now. And suddenly, a hot
Bertuzzi.
You know what drives you crazy as a player when you come in with great expectations, things don't go well.
Now they're still looking. The official scores are still looking at
You're trying to
this.
prove to all these new teammates that
I think they're reviewing it now. They've posted it. There we go. Doesn't mean they won't change it, but it is now official. Bertuzzi. I've been very hard on Bertuzzi this season, so I am super glad to see he's been scoring a whole lot right now.
Slid just wide, Stetcher up with the rebound, and he'll flip it up to center. One down there by Brody. McMahon, Tavares, Robertson on the ice, Gunther.
And 49 assists for Mitch Marner. Let's not forget about that. That is absolutely incredible. 49 assists right now for William Nylander. Excuse me. William Nylander. 49 assists. Marner got his 50th earlier. Marner up to 49. Can he get Bertuzzi get 40? No, he won't get 40. 20 though is a possibility. He's got to keep scoring. It is a possibility.
And again, 3 straight years for William Nylander, hitting 80, and he has loftier goals than some.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing, isn't it? It just the consistency
Gordon is so positive.
I mean, there's been so few and far between. What an incredible year by Nylander right from the start.
It's a 9-game point streak for Nylander. Points now in 47 games. That one sent wide of the net and around.
While watching the low ice coming through. There it is, getting those Matthews jerseys in there. I'm going to have to get some other numbers loaded in there as well. Here's Willie dropping it for Bertuzzi. Oh, no, it was Holmberg. A shot goes just wide. Holmberg going into the corner, chasing after this one.
With Reeves still in the box after that late first period fight with O'Brien.
Hey, Laurie. Good evening.
Both teams making changes.
Here they come. Arizona, Jersey, going to dump this one in. Like Bertuzzi since I heard. Yeah, such a nice thing, Kat. Such a nice thing he does. BCHL, no, I don't think it's available for me as of yet. I'm not sure if it's available in my area. I haven't checked for a while. I did see the article they sent out about it. Do you have it? Have you tried it out?
He's a right-handed D, so there you go. Maybe Toronto watching him as well.
That's one thing that Arizona has.
Laurie, always make me smile. McCabe, shot. That one gets knocked down. Marner going to keep this one in. To Matthews, back to the line. McCabe going to go to the left side now. Back to the point. Marner, that was pass intended for McCabe. Marner tried to fancy deflect it. They gave it away. Arizona's going to dump this one down. You got it today. Okay, so maybe I'll take a look after the game. See if it's available for me now. Yeah, welcome in everyone. Thanks for joining us. Here comes Domi. Domi over the line. Long pass. This is going in. Mark, it was Knies. Matthew Knies picking up his 11th of the year. And then Bertuzzi just now picking up his 12th.
Work it loose. Riley ahead. Nylander unable to kick that onto his skate. Back in deep was Kerfoot, but taken away by Brody.
Here's Lagesson, a little bump behind the net. Bertuzzi's going to backhand this one up and out. This one coming around. Arizona with it. Arizona going to play this one up and all the way down. It's going to be an icing call. So this is going back to Arizona territory. So some nice play from this Maple Leaf team. They're able to get one on the board. Theo Samigo predicted it coming out of the second or the first intermission. Said, "Hey, I sense a goal is coming up here," and they certainly did. Richard, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for all your ongoing support and being part of this community. We appreciate it. Brian, what's going on? Go Leafs. Out of the net to Tavares in the slot, playing it up. McMahon trying to get a stick on it. He can't. Ingram Gonna drop down on that one and cover it up. Do we get Matthews and Marner to go to Arizona? Arizona would take Matthews in a heartbeat, but I have a feeling Matthews is not going anywhere for quite some time. And thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that big subscribe button and help that number go up. And of course, hit that thumbs up as well. What's going on? Welcome in. Here's Robertson playing it back. Long pass up to Tavares. Tavares going cross ice. Going to move it in. And they can't do it. Arizona picks this one up. They're going to move it down the right side now. Arizona coming in, trying to hit him. He can't. Arizona still running in and Wall with a nice little save there. I think was that McCabe going in on Zucker. And he got a piece, but not all of it. Who scored the Leafs' second goal? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Tyler Bertuzzi picked up that second goal. Matthews goes to Arizona. We are chaining ourselves to the ace. There you go, Dallas.
Going by of Zucker, and that look is not a good one when you're
Arizona. If Beef moves there first, Phil. So true, right? And Dade, what's going on? Oh yes, unfortunate news about Brian Mulrooney today. Absolutely. I was surprised, but somebody told me he was actually 84. I didn't realize he was that old. Arizona bringing it in their own zone. Toronto stole it for a minute. Reeves playing it through. Now he turned that one over. This coming back around. Walking in. Here's a one-timer. Sails high and over the net. 6 minutes gone here in the second period. Another one-timer, and this one goes wide the other side. He was 84. Okay. We were beating the Coyotes. Does that make us the Roadrunners? Exactly. Toronto trying to drop some anvils. Acme anvils. Reeves going to take a bump here. It was O'Brien throwing it on Reeves. Reeves going to go back and throw a hit. Here comes O'Brien. He's going to carry this around Matthews. Coming through, little drop pass there. Arizona bringing it in. Shot, and that one gets knocked down by Reeves. Here comes Willie. Willie with it, waiting for some help. Matthews coming in, driving to the net. Willie to Matthews, and that one goes just wide. Matthews going to play this one around. Krusty, what's going on? Forgot about Klingberg. Is he injured? Oh, yes. Klingy is still injured. Setting it up. Here's Willie. Willie walking the line, cycling around. He's going to skate around. Willie still with it. Trying to one too many dipsy doodles. And this one gets knocked away. That is true. They haven't beaten Arizona in Toronto in regulation. Arizona in the corner, taken away from Matthews. Tavares picking it up. JT with it. JT coming down. Matthews curling to the front of the net. He wants it. He gets it. He shoots it. And that one is stopped and goes wide. This one coming around far side. Lagesson going to hold this one in. Playing this down low. Tavares lets it go. Still working. Benoit gets it to Matthews. He's high. He takes a shot. That goes just wide. Coyotes stuck on the ice for about 1 minute and 40 seconds. Toronto pinching them down low. Robertson. He's going to keep this one in. Robertson with it. Going to bring it back to the corner. Cycling it around. Gives it to McMahon. And a stick goes flying. Quick shot. Here's another shot. That one goes wide. Toronto is opening up the shooting gallery here. And finally, Arizona gets us out and down the ice. But it's going to be an icing call. So all these players who by now are stuck, they've been on for about 2 minutes. They are not going to be able to change. Nice shift and a good shift rotation. Toronto holding this one down low in the Arizona territory. And welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Nice, fun day for hockey we have, and a great game indeed. If you're just coming in, remember to keep hitting the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. Nope, it's over there. We're working towards 10,129 subscribers away. Let's see if we can pick up those 29 throughout the game today. Big Willie Styles getting pumped. Here comes Arizona down the left. Going to flip this cross ice pass. Arizona walking in. Nice little move going up high over the shoulder of Wall. And it just goes up high over the net. Here's a pass. Toronto. Domi coming out. He's going to pass this back over to Riley. Drops it back. Shot coming in. Hits Riley's skate. Cycles down to Domi. Domi behind. He's working through. Playing this one. Come on, boys. Let's go. Here's Kraus. Kraus on the move. Going to play it up over the line. Taking a look. Here's a shot. And again, that one's deflected up and out of play. Good hustle here. Leafs working through, playing hard. Mark, Brian Mulrooney passed away today at the age of 84. Yeah, it was very, very surprising news today. Brian Mulrooney, of course, having a huge impact in the political game. And it was unfortunate news to hear. Especially, right now it's kind of the dark days of politics, if you will. Not that I want to get into a political conversation, but we all know what's going on in our countries and around the world. And it's, anytime a politician, whether you like them or didn't like them, somebody who's had an impact like he did, it's always a sad story. So our hearts and our prayers go out to the Mulrooney family, and it's always tough. Wouldn't it be awesome if they had a Roadrunner emoji? Oh, that would be so good. Would be so good, Chris. Next time, I don't think we play them again this year. I should see if I can find a good one for next year. The two games, or the one game they played, was just like a week ago. Toronto took it 6-3. Today is the last day of their 2-game series, their home-and-home series. And if you didn't pick it up, the referees is Kendrick Nicholson and Morgan McPhee. The linespersons, Steve Barton and Dan Kelly. And so far, they have not called anything. We have not had a penalty in this game, which I find hard to believe.
Just in and around the net, crashing the front, getting some breaks finally after a real frustrating spot. 2 goals in 36 games.
That's right. Yes, Cresty, he is back.
Is finding his stick. Here's another example.
You remember Pierre. There you go, Richard. Me too.
Look at this.
Me too.
Talk about being a different player.
In the last 7 games, 6 goals on 22 shots for Bertuzzi. It's a 27.3% shooting percentage. His first 51 games, he only had 6 goals. So great to see Bertuzzi amping it up. Tomcat, what's up? Welcome in. Wall's playing well. He hasn't been tested in a difficult manner as of yet, but what he's faced, he is certainly playing well. Toronto wins a draw, going to bring this one out. And Arizona hammers it right back in. Here they come. McCabe to the red line, going to flip this one in. Coaster Mom in the house. What's up, Coaster Mom? Great to see you. Coaster Mom, we believe, is what, subscriber number 6? Something like that. Crazy. This one shot coming all the way in. Toronto going to look to play this around. In front, Holmberg gets it to Kemp, but he can't shoot it. Now Holmberg shoots. And that one goes just wide. Trying to set up Reaver. Coming across, and this one comes out. Toronto's got to back it up. Here's Holmberg. Holmberg with a nifty little move. Bringing this one back around.
And a quick change as Benoit took a look, trying to spring
and Wall plays this up, and that's going to be an icing. 10.5 minutes to go, and it's an icing call.
We talked a lot about his tape job, but how about he still has the sticker on his stick? He can't even
oh my gosh, they're showing a close-up of Bertuzzi's stick, and on the shaft of his stick, he still has the sticker with the little barcode. So when you go to buy a new stick in the store, right, they have the little sticker with the barcode they scan. Bertuzzi still plays with the little sticker with the barcode, and he doesn't put a knob, a butt end on the end of his stick. The stick is just wide open. He doesn't put anything in there. That is some weird stuff. Bert is up for an extension anytime now, him and Domi. So definitely playing for keeps if they want to stay in Toronto. Domi, I think, earned it. Domi deserves it. And he's developing a nice chemistry here with Bertuzzi as well. Marner going to put this one in. He just got it from Canadian Tire. That's right, he was on the way to the rink one day at and he stopped at his local Canadian Tire to buy a pack of gummy worms because he was hungry. And he decided to pick up a stick while he was there. Toronto picking it up behind the net. Marner's going to run with it, flipping it up to Matthews. Matthews down the right side. Lisa Marie, what's going on? He certainly is. Here's a shot. Ingram with a nice save with Knives coming through the crease. Matthews back to the line. Here's Marner. Marnie goes across to Matthews with a shot. That one just misses. How much Canadian Tire money is a stick? Dallas, those sticks they use they're like $350, $400. They're ridiculously expensive. Riley with it, playing this one around. Coming right out in front, and Arizona's there to pick this one up. Arizona going to work this one up through the neutral zone. Under 10 minutes to go now. Yeah, totally depends on the stick. Riley taking a big bump there. He has to be careful. He better not retaliate. He doesn't want another 4 or 5 games. Toronto working in. Domi, here's a one-timer there, side of the net, and it almost trickled in. Robertson almost put that one in. I thought it was Bertuzzi at first. Here's a shot. This one going through. Wall looking for it. Cooley coming close there. End-to-end action, back and forth. Cam, what's going on? Go Leafs, go. If you're just coming in, tap that thumbs up button. We're going for 150 likes. But hit that subscribe number. 29 subscribers away from 10,100. So welcome to our channel. Welcome to our community. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Some good playing. These guys are really, really working hard. It's nice to see they've upped the tempo from where things need to be. Wow, Phil, really? Cricket bats as much as $1,500? Wow, I had no idea a cricket bat was that expensive. So puck was dropped, but they're going to blow it down right away, and they're going to do this face-off again. Get some water. Make sure to hydrate, kids. TJ Brody, how to play that one maybe a little differently. That's good stuff. Yeah, I love it. Tonight we're doing the smart water because we got to stay smart. Has no effect. I can tell you firsthand. Here we go, back in action. Toronto with this, bouncing around the neutral zone. They're going to bring it out, and Arizona's going to steal it, move it right back in. Dumping this down low. Benoit going to pick it up. He's going to take a bump behind the net. McCabe in there to help out, as is Domi. Coming around to McCabe. McCabe going to move this along. Stolen by Arizona in the high slot, a shot. Wall got a piece, and it's going to trickle over into the corner. He wasn't sure where it was. Nice little knock away. Domi there to help out. Domi's got to get off the ice. He's been on almost 2 minutes now. Real long shift going through. Arizona bringing this one in again. Right in front. Wall going down with a nice save. With Carcone was right behind him. Toronto pinched in their own zone now. Can't knock it off. Domi's been on the ice over 2 minutes. Robertson a minute 40. Robertson's going to head off. I think Domi got off too. Yes, he did. Coming around. Here's a shot. Wall getting the blocker on it. Picked up here by Holmberg. Holmberg going to carry this one up. Pass across. Driving is Bobby McMahon. Backhander right on. Ingram going to make the save. To the game. He refuses. That's funny. No, oh, I did not. BCHL, I did not hear that. They're going to a commercial break. Welcome in. If you're new and joining us, thank you. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb B12 Experience. Thank you for being a part of our show. Go Leafs, go indeed. Austin Matthews doing an Uber Eats mac and cheese commercial. That was weird. If you have been hanging out, Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. How's the blue line look tonight? Mark, I'll tell you, I'm going to be brutally honest. Not great. They're doing enough to get the job done, but not great. Riley and Brody are kind of scaring me a little bit. I'm not confident when they're going back there to get the puck. Benoit and McCabe, I think, are doing okay. But too many times I'm seeing both of them on the same side of the ice, which tells me there might be a little bit of a lack of trust, right? It's one thing when you go to help your partner out, but I think there's a little bit of miscommunications going on there. So a little bit of struggles. Lagesson, of course, he's doing okay. Gio got knocked up. We haven't seen Gio. I don't think we've seen Gio back on the ice since. So hopefully he is A-okay. One thing I wanted to mention, if this opens up. Oh my gosh, why is the computer so slow when we have so many things open? There we go. Earlier today, we posted a vlog. We went to see the Toronto Raptors last night play the Dallas Mavericks. That was a lot of fun. When you have a few minutes, do us a little favor. Go on over, check out our vlog, the Toronto Raptors and the Dallas Mavericks. It was a fun game, a fun experience, and we wanted to share a little bit of what we experienced with you. So there's the link. Go on over, check out our little vlog, the Toronto Raptors and the Dallas Mavericks. So thank you so much. All right, we are back at it. Let's bring this up and let's go. Pick up the pace. Off the draw, Matthews to Marner. Marner, little stall there. They're going to play this one around. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Chris, pretty much.
Except it's not.
And here's a steal by Knies. 2-1 over Nylander. Knies across and held up.
Matthews scores! What a pass! What a pass! That was insane. Knies tried to feed it over to Nylander. It kind of got stalled up there, hit a stick and didn't get across. Nylander, instead of forcing the shot, draws it back and gets it to Matthews, and Matthews blasts it.
You got the touch!
Yeah, baby!
I mean, that was absolutely insane. There it is. Love it. Flooding to getting those Matthews jerseys in there. Jeff with a thumbs up. 53 goals, on pace for 74. AM 34, just ripping it. That was a beauty. William Nylander picking up his 50th assist. So congrats to Nylander. Both Nylander and Marner, 50 assists, both acquiring that marker here tonight.
Sends it rink wide. It'll come back to Stetcher from distance, and Wolves got that.
Well, you go back to Matthews, and this hasn't been a team he's had all that much success against. When you went back last week, he only had 6 goals in the 12 games. Now all of a sudden he's got 3 in the last 2. But one of the great things about scoring,
what a goal. Vininski, what's going on? Lovely. Panama is great. Is a great track for a goal song.
If they execute on the 2-on-1, it's a goal. Just stay away from the traffic and be attentive to where it's going.
6 minutes to go. Nice little play. Here's Robertson coming in. Robertson going to cycle this to Tavares. Tavares has McMahon in front of the net. Stick lift. Can't get the pass over. Yes, that's right. The 3-goal lead does make you worry. Comes out to McCabe. McCabe cross to Benoit. Quick shot in. That one goes just wide. Tavares being held up in front of the net. And we finally have our first penalty of the game. Valimaki is going to the box.
Kesserling actually lead power play when we come back.
So they're going to commercial break before the power play. So again, I will remind you, thank you for being here. Do me a favor though, hit that subscribe button. 30 subs away from 10,100. We need your help. Share out the stream. Tell your friends. Let's hit that subscribe. Let's keep on reaching for the stars. Thank you all so very much. Matthews lighting it up. Fit a 3. Matthews is scoring so many goals right now, they are not even including him on the Tim Hortons pick a player anymore. They've pulled him off. I'm as confident as Sheldon at Comic-Con. Oh boy. Oh boy. The refs are back from picking up their pizzas. Yeah, the refs have come back. They had their Dippin' Dots, their pizzas. They figured they wiped the grease off their fingers. They clean out the whistles. They're like, hey, we can actually get in here and maybe call some stuff. But it's hard to believe we're about 6 minutes away from the end of the second period, and outside of the fight, this is the first penalty that is called. There's something wrong with that because there have been a lot, both teams, that could have easily been called. Richard. But it's that dreaded 3-goal lead. Strange things seem to happen when you have that 3-goal lead. Now that we're going on the power play, let's see what the Leafs can do. Can they turn this one around? And can they turn it around? I mean, like, turn it around and get a couple more goals, because that would be nice to see. They're showing some close-up shots of the fight, and the people in the crowd, some of the young people were like, and then there's somebody there with their hand over their eyes they didn't want to watch. You always love the fan reactions. It's great. Here we go. Leaf power play. Can they continue the hot hand? Again, their power play in the month of February is, was it 51.5%, something like that? Leafs now ranked first in the NHL on the power play. And the first shot right in there, and a nice save by Ingram.
Uber Eats. Get almost
Uber Eats. Gotta love Uber Eats. Oh, man, that's just making me hungry.
Yeah, the question, can they finish
the Leafs went, oh, they can't keep it in. Riley bobbles it. Couldn't keep it in. Here's Nylander. He's going to put this one in. Marner can it play back. Riley gets caught pinching. It's a breakaway. Arizona, Nylander struggling, fighting to get back. They score on the shorty on the breakaway. This is all Morgan Riley's fault. Alexander Kerfoot, of all people, you got to give a breakaway to the ex-Maple Leaf. Alexander Kerfoot, he goes and he makes a nice play, pulls it back, and the puck was rolling on him, and he chips it up and over the glove of Joseph Woll. Kerfoot, his second shorthanded goal of the season. Animations, what's going on? Welcome to the show. But again, bad play by Morgan Riley. I was just saying moments ago that Riley and Brody were not having a good game. And Riley, he elected to pinch, and he had no chance of getting there. Misjudged it completely. Kerfoot all the way. Nylander trying to get back and take that play away, but Kerfoot just too fast. Here's a blast. That one's going wide. Arizona's going to clear this one out.
I like this move. I said your power play's been over 50% for the month, but you give up a shorthanded goal, you take them off right away. It's just sending a little bit of a message to the other guys. Okay, it's your chance.
So a shorthanded goal for Kerfoot, his 10th of the season. Let's see if they can get it back. Toronto chipping this one in. I'm a new hockey fan because I'm going to tell him the score. It is 3-1 right now. Toronto has the lead 3-1. Again, welcome in.
So just over a half minute left on what's not been a good.
Just over 4 minutes to go here in the second period.
Had to feel pretty good for Kerfoot to come back into this building and put one to get his 10th goal of the season.
Marner going to flip this one in. 20 seconds to go. Arizona's going to bring this up. Now, a very brutal power play here for Toronto. Here comes Willie. Willie with the puck coming down the right-hand side. Going to bring this one in. Going to play this back. Not a good pass. Willie gets it back. He's going to cycle around. Feeds it to Marner with a shot, and that shot is blocked. And 3 Coyotes coming away. 3 coming in. Little interference there. Big rebound. Backhand Wall sprawling. Makes an excellent save. Yikes, the dreaded 3-goal lead. Getting that wave going. Here's a big blast. That hit somebody in front. I don't think Wall saw it. In the corner, coming out in front. This one is picked away by Brody. He's going to give it up to Matthews. Matthews hits the red line, and he just stopped. Now he feeds it back to Willie. Willie going to flip this one in. And the chase is on.
under 3 left here in the second period.
Back around to get it. Benoit coming around behind the net. Going to cycle it all the way through. Coming out in front, a big giveaway. And that is O'Brien who's going to flip this up and out of play. The Coyotes making a strong push here. They're coming back in. They're working through it.
Pretty excellent job coming back to the front as Holmberg came off the bench and really took away Kessling as an opportunity. So the shot on goal creates a rebound, but the Leafs be able to clear. That would have been a big change in the momentum there, getting one at the back end.
Hopefully they can figure things out and turn it around. I'm going to try something here.
NHL. Well,
yes.
We'll wait till we get a little break after that.
Yeah.
Let's see if
one
we
member of the
switch
Toronto Maple Leafs
switch
is
casts.
one goaltender that's had one.
Maybe we'll bring some luck back up here.
Martin Jones in 2020 with the San Jose Sharks against the Pittsburgh Penguins. I believe Marc-Andre Fleury had one 4 years ago as well.
Played down into Arizona territory for Reeves. Reeves playing it around back of the net for David Camp. Left there for Holmberg. Back to the point to McCabe. Sent towards the net. And it goes up into the screen. And here's your opportunity.
I'll go real fast. First goaltender to do it was Charlie Hodge of the Montreal Canadiens in 1964. Al Smith of the Hartford Whalers in 1980. Glenn Healy of the Toronto Maple Leafs in Atlanta in 2000.
Just a couple of days ago.
In 2004. For San Jose, Cristobal Huet with Washington in 2008. Ryan Miller of the Sabres in 2012. Fleury in 2016. Tuukka Rask, Martin Jones in 2020. Just an interesting little. And then that was thanks to Daily Faceoff.
Right, I'm just going to rest my voice for a few minutes to close out this period, and then we will be right back.
And you know what? This is also Dan Daou's birthday. He is a leap year baby, and as you know, a very dear friend of our family, Paul Gilinardo, who passed away this year. He would have been 10 years old today.
10 birthdays.
Yes, 10 birthday old. Yeah.
EK, thank you very much. We are
party for him
absolutely
tomorrow at Unionville Arms. Which will be fun. And lots of memories and the odd beverage. Puck down in the Arizona boards area. Finally dug free, but it comes right out in front of the net. And shielding it there was Bukestad to get it down into the Leaf end. Leafs, Riley goes around back of the net.
Krause has gone to the dressing room.
Pass ahead, that misfired, but it's going to go right down on the goaltender, who scoops it aside, and instead it's on to Bobby McMahon's stick, and his weak backhand, though, didn't reach the front of the net. Minute 50 to go in the second. Cleared down into the Toronto zone, forcing Benoit back after the puck. On the boards now, near side for McCabe. Launched high to center ice, settled down by Knies, chipped in over the line for Tavares. Tavares holds, works to the backhand, still with it, and then had it knocked away in traffic. Brought out by Arizona on the wing. Cooley stops it up, drops it into the slot, a shot high over top of the net. I don't think Wall even saw that. Puck comes off the boards to the near point, but not out. Kept alive there by Moser. To the right wing side, a drive. That was whistled wide of the goal. Played back to the point again. They'll try it on the right wing side once more. Played into the side of the Leaf goal. Played back of the net then by Benoit, but again, the Arizona Coyotes all over it, and now pushed out, and Knies able to skate it out at center. Got it in over the line. 2-point night for Knies, as it's back down into the center ice area with less than a minute to go in the period. Back come the Coyotes. Gunther got it around to the side of the net. Matthews intercepts and gets it out. Leafs to center, and Lagesson shoots it into the zone. Slowly coming out of the Leaf end was Benoit, who got tangled up there with Gunther. Now here's a pass ahead, and a fanning on the shot. What a chance breaking in was Nick Schmaltz, and he never did get a chance at goal. Cleared down into the Arizona end with 16 seconds to play in the period. Coyotes through neutral ice. Kerfoot getting it back in with a backhand. That was stopped by Wall. He scampers to the other side as the puck comes around to the near wing. 2 seconds left. They'll have to hurry to get a shot away, and they won't be able to do it.
And that's going to do it. The period has come to an end. Nice play. Good play here, Toronto. They were starting to fall away there in the end, but they have a 3-1 lead. And there's a helicopter flying over top. All right, let's go to the intermission and we'll talk. All righty, here we go. 22 shots for Toronto, 19 for Arizona. Look at the hits, though. 35 for Arizona, 20 for Toronto. Big hitting game for the Coyotes. 23 faceoffs win. Toronto still leading there. 0 for 1 in the faceoff, or 0 for 1 on the power play. Arizona picking up a shorthanded goal. That was not good. 12 giveaways, Toronto 10 for Arizona. 6 takeaways, Toronto 4, Arizona. And block shots 14-10. So Arizona, stat-wise, having a better game, but Toronto was up 3-1 on the scoreboard. That's where it matters. Dan Joseph Wall is playing pretty good. Lucas, how you doing? Wall is playing pretty good. I like what I'm seeing from him. He didn't move too much on that breakaway where Alex Kerfoot was able to put that in. So he really didn't give them much of a chance. But Toronto outshooting them in that period 14-10. Let's go back over to the out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll just do a very quick go around and bring you up to speed on the NHL. 4-3 Bruins over the Golden Knights. That is towards the end of the second period. Vegas coming back. Boston did have a shutout going in that one. 2-1 Islanders over the Red Wings, now end of the second period. Hurricanes 3-1 over the Blue Jackets, end of the second period. Panthers and... why does it keep jumping around? That's weird. Panthers and Montreal Canadiens, they are tied at 2s, end of the second period. And I got to see who scored. Barkov gets the goal from Carter Verhaeghe and Sam Reinhart. And then Sam Reinhart, he gets another goal from Tkachuk and Barkov. So nice there. And Slafkovsky getting another goal from Montreal. Slafkovsky really starting to get hot. And playing very, very well. 2-1 Predators over the Wild. That's the end of the first period. And the Dallas Stars with a 3-0 lead over the Winnipeg Jets. I will be here on Saturday. Hope you will be here as well. It's a big game coming up on Saturday as the Maple Leafs are taking on the New York Rangers. I hear those Rangers are pretty decent. Boston Sam is swearing again as Vegas comes back. Mark, that's so funny. Oh, goodness gracious me. So, yeah, that's the out-of-town scoreboard. You know, the standings, anytime you see some of these streaks start coming through that Toronto was on, you start watching how the standings start to change. And right now, it is so close. I mean, the Eastern Conference is insane. Super, super, super close. Rangers top score with 83 points. Florida and Boston are tied with 82 points apiece. Boston is on a little bit of a slump. They've had 3 overtime losses in a row. Calgary, Vancouver, Seattle. And they're playing Vegas now. Vegas is trying to come back and force overtime. If they go 4 overtime losses in a row, Boston is going to lose their minds. After those 3 teams, then it's Carolina and Toronto neck and neck, Detroit, followed by Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. The back end of the Eastern Conference, Columbus still hasn't broken the 50-point barrier. Ottawa finally gets over 50 points. Austin Matthews with his 53rd goal tonight. Austin Matthews is tied with the Ottawa Senators. Points to goals. Ottawa has 53 points. Austin Matthews has 53 goals, which is crazy. Montreal, not that much better. They have 54 points. Buffalo, 58. The Islanders, they're 62. The Western Conference looks a little different. Those Vancouver Canucks still going. 83 points for them. Winnipeg, they moved up from third to second now. Well, they're actually, I guess, tied technically with Dallas. 79 points for Winnipeg and Dallas. Hard to believe they're having such attendance issues, such ticket selling issues when you're sitting in second or third place in the Western Conference. That's just crazy. Crazy talk. Andrew, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Calgary used to be my second favorite team. Now they're run like a cheerleading squad. Mean Girls. Oh, Mark, it's so funny. You know, they had all kinds of issues last year, tons of issues last year, and they thought they maybe took care of some of those issues, but it looks like it's just being compounded. Colorado sitting in fourth with 77 points. Vegas at 73. Edmonton at 72. So Edmonton looking to still kind of move up. They finally got out of their losing streak. They were on a little bit of a slide. LA in seventh with 68 points. Nashville right there with them also with 68 points. The back half of the Western Conference, Chicago with 35 points, actually tied with San Jose. Trevor coming in, the $10 super chat. Appreciate how well you interact with the chat. Much more so than other podcasts. Thanks for streaming. Go Leafs, go. Trevor, thank you very much. Everybody hit that like on the super chat. Trevor, thank you again so very much. Listen, that's what we're all about, right? This is a community. And what do you do in community? You talk to each other. This show is fun because we all engage and we all talk and have a good time. So, Trevor, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat very, very much. But more so, I appreciate you hanging out with us. So, thank you. Love the passion there from Matthews and the rest of us felt about that fights. Yeah, listen, it's the you gotta get it up, and let's get those stick taps going. Hayden's kicking it off. Get those stick taps going for Trevor. It's all about getting that passion in. You know, for those of us that have been around the block a little bit and are, shall we say, well seasoned. You know, when we watched these Leafs in the 80s, it was tough. It was painful at times, right? You move into the 90s, and now, you know, Gilmore, Anderchuk, you got these guys. I mean, there's chance, right? There's chances. And, you know, you live through the 92, 93 run where it was so close to getting to those finals. And we're not going to talk about what happened. And, you know, after that season was done, the Leafs put out that video on VHS. Remember, on VHS, Toronto Maple Leafs, The Passion Returns. Now, if you have not watched this Toronto Maple Leafs, The Passion Returns, summarizing and highlighting the 92-93 season and run they had, you must find this online somewhere to watch. It is so inspiring. And to see the chemistry in the, the collaboration, really, because that's what they did. They collaborated, and it was unbelievable what these guys did and put together. We're not talking about that, Krusty. Not seeing it. Yeah, I mean, it was inspiring. And when you talk about the passion, you don't see that exactly with this group, right? Something is missing. You see it in spurts, right? You see, you know, if you see the clips of them playing soccer before the games, if you see some of the behind the scenes stuff, you can see, you know, the interactions, you can see how they're coming together, but it's not the same as back then. It's not the same when you look at what Vegas did last year, what the Tampa Bay Lightning did on their cup runs. It's what's missing is that passion. Now, Leaf fans around the world have that passion. I'll have to look at, Trevor, it is outstanding. I mean, it's dated. Don't get me wrong. It's dated, right? The video quality and all that stuff, it's very dated. But, I mean, it was, Cliff Fletcher, Nick Borshevsky, right? Nick Borshevsky in that tip-in goal in the overtime to win it in Game 7 against Detroit. And the trainer with the water bottle, squirting it up. I mean, that was a team. That was exciting. That's what we need to get back to. And part of it's fine. I'm also dated. Part of, I remember, for me, it's one of those moments when you say, hey, do you remember where you were when Nick Borshevsky scored the overtime goal? I certainly do. Where do you search the game data, the out-of-town scores? Sam, I usually look it up on Sportsnet, sportsnet.ca. Sportsnet.ca has a nice kind of scoreboard. TSN.ca has a nice scoreboard. NHL.com, they've actually upped their game. I got to give big props to the NHL website crew. Some things about the new website I'm not a huge fan of, but they certainly make their scores and stats very easy. So that would probably be my number one direction, Sam, is go to NHL.com. They have some good stuff there. Patronize. There you go. Type it in, and you'll find it. I mean, it's absolutely awesome. A couple of years ago, they did on Amazon the coverage of the Maple Leaf season. Was it All for Nothing on the Toronto Maple Leafs? And it was very good at times. Again, you saw the relationships, you saw what they were like behind the scenes, but it just wasn't a good season. But nothing beat that team in the early 90s. I mean, that was something special. Now, bring it forward, Sam. We're tired of talking about 1990s. I mean, let's talk about 2024. This group in front of us right now has so much potential. And what I think they're missing outside, yes, a defenseman, yes, a goalie, the group we have right now, I think what they're missing is some proper direction. Sheldon Keefe is a winning coach. He won in Sault Ste. Marie. He won with the Marlies. He's won everywhere. But this is a bit different. And he's been with these players for so long now. Oh my God, White Trash Guy. It was awesome. They did some great group shots back then. You can say you're dated. There you go. This group, I think it's a leadership issue. And by I say leadership, I don't necessarily mean the captain, John Tavares. I love JT. He's a quiet leader. He's not going to be hooting and hollering and getting people's faces. In fact, last game when we saw him smashing his stick was the most intensity we've seen out of John Tavares in a long time. But I think it's Sheldon Keefe. It's some of the assistants. I think these guys have been together long enough. And the reason I bring up the Amazon Prime All for Nothing is there was a game where Toronto played Edmonton. Remember in the COVID years in the bubble, they made the All-Canadian division, and Toronto played played Edmonton, and Edmonton smoked them. And Matthews was interviewed that day, and Matthews essentially came out and said they played safe. Their game plan was to play safe, and they didn't challenge Edmonton, and Edmonton steamrolled them. And then Keefe came on his interview and was asked about Matthews saying they played safe. And he said, we didn't play safe. Edmonton played safe. We challenged, he tried to spin it. And what they show is behind the scenes of Keefe going in to talk with Kyle Dubas at the time. And there were a few F-bombs dropped, but he pretty much says, like, what the hell is wrong with Matthews? Why is he going in front of the media saying we played safe? And you could instantly see a divide between Matthews and the coach. And what Dubas said is you need to address this. You can't let it linger. Whether you address it in front of the group or just with Matthews directly, you need to address it. So Keefe had a side conversation with Matthews, kind of said, hey, do you really think we played safe? I think we did this. I think we did that. They talked for a few minutes. Of course, it was edited, so we didn't see the whole conversation. And then at the next team practice, Keefe came out saying there was conversation about playing safe, not playing aggressive. He addressed it with Matthews. Does anybody else in the room have anything to say? And nobody said anything. In a situation like that, we were calling out players. They're not going to stand up in front of the group. And I don't think he necessarily supported it well. And I think from that moment on, the younger players, he had started to lose. He went and talked with Jason Spezza, talking about the situation, trying to get Spezza to work with the young guys. You know, obviously you had Joe Thornton there at that time, then Patrick Marleau. The coaching staff have used the veteran players to try to get through with the young guns. And to a degree that works, but I don't think that's how you address it. And I think right now that's the problem with this leadership are the young guys, Matthews, Marner, Nylander, and some of the others, are superstars. It's hard to control a superstar on the best of days. It's hard to control a superstar that doesn't really believe in you on any day. And I'm not saying Matthews and Marner and Nylander don't believe in the coach. I'm sure they do at some degree. But you kind of get the sense in the way they're playing. When Matthews wants to play with a chip on his shoulder, he can go and score 3 a game. We've seen it. When Marner wants to get down and skate, he can pass, he's incredible. When Nylander wants to go, he can go. The question is, how do you get this from them all the time? And that's the problem. So I know they're playing better now. I know things are going well. I really still believe a coaching change would be very healthy for this group. So that's kind of my thoughts. I mean, what do you guys think? Hey, TJ, what's going on? Do you think, it's a player personnel issue? Do you think they need to make a change with the coach? What do you think is kind of the magic piece of the puzzle here to get things rolling? And again, I'm not complaining because they're sitting atop, the Eastern Conference. What did I say? 4th in the Eastern Conference. So they're doing something right. 5th in the Eastern Conference. They're doing something right. I just think to get to that next level, that next step, it's going to take something drastic like that. How do you build a team that's supposed to be a cup contender with no defense, no right defense, and those goalies? Yeah, I mean, that's the other piece of the puzzle, right, is they're fighting a cap issue. And that takes a tremendous amount of time. If you could be any kind of processed meat, what would you really want to be? Thomas, you're killing me. Doug Gilmour was the best. Oh, polite. Gilmour was incredible. I mean, don't forget, Gilmour only played in Toronto a very short period of time, and he won this city over very fast because what did he do? He was gritty. He was grimy. He could score goals. He could pass the puck. I mean, he pretty much could do it all, right? Gilmour was insane. Insane. Owen Cushfarrell, why does Toronto sports media hate the Calgary Flames? Jeff, that's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. I think right now there's a lot of negative direction for the negative direction at Calgary because of how they handled kind of some of the trading with Toronto. Toronto's been trying to trade with Calgary for a while now, and Calgary's like, nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. And they kind of strung them along. So I think there's just some bad blood there, but I don't think there's really any hatred towards Calgary in the Toronto media. William, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, we're getting set for the third period. It's the coach. Look at Vancouver this year before they were nothing. If the players finally... Yeah, and hey, remember we talked the other night about Elias Pettersson potentially not signing an extension and leaving Vancouver? I was hearing today there's something in the works. They might actually reconcile their differences, and Pettersson might be staying in Vancouver. So that would be huge news if he could pull that one off. B-Man, what's going on? I agree. Keith ain't with it. He changes lines too many times. Power struggles. Yeah, definitely some power struggles. All right, let's get to the game screen. We're going to get ready to go here. Third period action coming up. Toronto with a 2-goal lead. Game time. Let's bring this feed back up. The other feed was way too delayed, so we're going to go with our original source.
Work to be done. A 3-1 lead as we start the third period, and a power move by Bukestad.
So hang on a second here. They just said
re-signed with Arizona.
Jason Zucker at the end of the period got a 20-minute misconduct. So I didn't see what happened because I had switched over, but right at the end of the second period, Jason Zucker handed a misconduct.
And that's the danger at times. That's the difficulty.
That is interesting. Good night, Beverly. Take care. Yeah, I'm not really sure if anybody kind of caught wind of what happened with Zucker. He must have been screaming at somebody.
We're told Jason Zucker was given a 10-minute misconduct at the end of the second period, so not available for the first half of the third.
So 10-minute misconduct.
Knocked down by Knies.
Yeah, not sure what happened there.
There's Hayton trying to center it. Chop back to the line. Dumba shooting, and Kerfoot unable to deflect that, and back comes Knies. 1-on-1 of the game.
They come all the way down the ice. Knies with it. Cross ice pass back to the line. This is going to come out. Toronto's got to regroup. McCabe sending it back over. Yeah, Lee, I didn't see anything that was going on. He must have said something. There must have been a conversation that took place that the officials just did not like or something.
Looking at his game overall, I really thought, as a college guy myself, the first year in the National Hockey
probably told the ref how he really felt about that pineapple on pizza debate from earlier. Welcoming everyone to the third period. If you're just joining us, thumbs up, give it a click, and hit that subscribe. We'd appreciate it.
Feel comfortable in that NHL surroundings as playing every other night.
There's Krause back in.
Quick shot in by Krause. Nice save there by Wall. Coming around, cycling through.
Good play by McCabe, flipped out. He's learning
this is coming out and down the ice, playing this one back. Krause there again, going to cut this one off. Toronto trying to get this puck going. Bert's going to fight it up, gets it to Willie. Willie coming in, spinning around, dropping it to Max. Domi cycling the net, looking. Domi shoots. And that one gets blocked in front. Domi going to knock it down, almost intercepted it again. Now Arizona's going to flip this one out. Love Hawaiian pizza. We created it apparently. Nice. That white Canadian trash guy, I would bet on that. I believe that.
McMahon will charge back in, and Valimaki checks him.
That should be 6 games suspension.
McBain up with the puck.
All right, Charlie would have said something politically incorrect. Yeah.
Redirected onto a Arizona stick.
Here's a shot. This one's going to get deflected up and in the corner. You know what? I had something completely different I wanted to talk about at intermission, and I completely forgot. My goodness. Here comes Robertson. Robertson ain't going to drop to Tavares. Tavares playing it into the corner. Bobby McMahon going in there, crashing in there with Carcone. Carcone comes away with it, gets it up, and they're going to flip this back. McCabe with it. McCabe going to cycle around. Here's a pass up, deflected. This is going back down to the Arizona territory. Trying to come around with it, get that move on, get that groove on. This is going to be tipped just in. Nice play. And Arizona going to move it back out. Brody, he's going to pick it up. Brody, he's got nowhere to go. Into the middle. Now they're going to play it back. Reaver sends it in. Toronto struggling to control the puck. Some bad passing. Here comes Zona. Shot blocked. Rebound right there in front. Toronto's going to clear this one out. Back to the line. Look out. Shot. No goal. That was close.
And it ricochets out. Destroys Stetcher. Roddy had Wool beat short side. Stetcher wraps it around. That'll ring the boards. And off the bench came Kerfoot to hold the zone. Logan Cooley. That's broken up by Kemp. Gets it ahead. Now Marner at center.
There's a shift. The example we were talking about is the Coyotes not falling easily. It is good aggressive shift there. Created a few turnovers, and you're right, Stetcher did have the goaltender beat, just couldn't put it off the post and in. Instead, off the post and out the other side.
So we approach 4 minutes of the third. Leafs with the lead, but
I hope the volume's okay. My throat's getting a little little raspy, so I'm trying to just rest my voice a little bit. We got a big game coming up on Saturday.
His head there. He missed 13 games, and this is his second back. Nice.
Who is that back there?
That opened up the lane. You can see Wall try to get over there as quickly as he could. He slid across. There's just a little bit of room, and that wasn't post. That was cross.
Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. And great job with the likes over 150.
Shots 22-21 in the game favoring
Thanks, Daryl.
And Bukestad gets waived.
Lucas, they played the Rangers. So you make sure on Saturday you bring your best trash-talking lines. You can trash-talk the Bear Shark.
Bukestad missed the target there.
As much as we talk about right-handed defensemen, they talk a lot about
Morgan.
right-handed centermen as well.
Nylander working his way in. Curls back up top. William Nylander in front, and Bertuzzi unable to redirect that. Back the other way comes Michelli. Across for Bukestad. I think Bukestad's one of those guys that works better in your lineup in the playoffs than an 82-game regular season. Bukestad from an
Wellesley, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Caitlin, welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Bertuzzi with goals in each of the last 3 now for Toronto.
Uh-oh, it's the virtual wave time.
Marconi over the line, and that shot sailed wide back to Dumba. In deep, Carconi. Benoit's going to take over with the Leafs, takes a hit. Kept in by Moser. Forward battle between McBain and Benoit. Tavares trying to work it loose. It comes free for McMahon. Flipping it high, trying to spring Nick Robertson all the way.
Oh, and Robertson with a big spray.
This period brought to you by
there's something
Toyota Corolla Cross.
I wanted to get off my chest at the intermission. I forgot.
Perfect.
So when they go to the next commercial break, I need 2 minutes just to get something off my chest. I have to have a little bit of a Don Cherry moment, so I'm apologizing in advance.
Interesting. You said, again, the fourth line had another good shift to start. Well, they get another payoff here.
So stick around.
You can get a sense that Sheldon Keefe's been really working hard at trying to keep everybody involved and get everybody into each game and playing a significant role. It takes the burden off the 23, 22 minutes of your top guys, and you hope that they can play that role once they get there come playoff time, too.
10 of the last 13 Leaf goals have come from the non-core four. That's a trend that Sheldon Keefe will like. Holmberg's got points in each of the last 3, but unable to control that puck at center. And Marner back on the blue.
Oh, Mark, that would be amazing.
Loses that puck. It's fired across the goal mouth. And now Cooley,
hey, Kristen.
Blocked by Brody, and Ryan Reeves will clear. And that will end that shift as over the boards comes Bertuzzi.
Yeah, there's a missed opportunity there to keep the puck control. The one more difficult thing for Marner would have been trying to box out in front. You know, that's something that he's not typically used to doing, and good job of clearing the zone.
So it's Matthews, Bertuzzi, and Knies. After that defensive shift for Marner, one down in front, and away goes Matthews. Got Bertuzzi on the right, Knies on the left. And it's Tyler Bertuzzi to Riley a shot. And now Riley after the block plays it to the near side. Logan Cooley on the ice, and it gets sent to center, knocked back into the Arizona zone.
Daryl, I spent some time in Kingston about 10 years ago, and about a week or 2 there. It was quite lovely.
Kerfoot scampering back in against McCabe with the pass in front, that blocked. And McCabe after it against Kerfoot. Off the skates of Schmaltz. William Nylander will take over. Nylander hitting 80 and 81 points tonight. He's the fastest leap to 80 points since Doug Gilmour and Dave Andrewchuk back in 93-94.
Wow, Nylander fastest to 80 points. That's amazing.
Domi played in. He got cut down by Kesselink. And Domi a little slow to get up. I think he thought a penalty might be pending on play. Kesselink's in. He's checked by Brody. Domi looks up ice, trying to spring Robertson, and the pass got by him. Lawson Krause will wind it up. Past 8 minutes of the third. That one's sent back into the Arizona zone. Holmberg was held up there. The fans react, the officials do not.
Well, here's Marner again back on the point. So they've got back-to-back shifts. So kind of a decision made here. You got a 2-goal lead. Put in that situation where he seems pretty comfortable in it so far.
Up ahead, and that nearly sprung O'Brien. Tavares off the boards, back up. McBain stepped onto the ice. That got past Holmberg, who will head off. Dump onto the right wing.
A lot of play here with no whistle.
Jumping along the board for Brody, able to stuff that. And now it's blocked by Tavares, who got bumped, but the Leafs cleared him.
Yeah, this is one where you missed the opportunity. If you can, why not dump it into Marner's corner, a little soft dump to the corner, and force him to be in a position that he's not accustomed to. Instead, kept everything in the neutral zone.
Finally, a whistle. It's an offside at the Leaf line. That was a long stretch with no whistle. All right, they're going to commercial break. Give me a moment to pull a Don Cherry moment. So we were at the Raptor game yesterday, and I posted in the chat. We posted a vlog. If you haven't watched our Raptor game vlog yet, after the game, go over and give it a watch. We had a good time. It was a lot of fun, and I'll post the link again. Here's the link to our vlog. Here's my issue. Before the game starts, they come on and they say, please stand if you are able. And then they said something like, if you want to, or whatever. And they do this land was officially, the First Nations respect for being on their land and whatnot. And I'm okay with that. It's at this point, it's a little much, but I get it. It's fine. And I respect that. What they used to say, when it was time for the anthems, if you were able, please rise and remove your hats. They didn't say that at the basketball game yesterday. They simply said, please rise and welcome so-and-so for the national anthem. And he played it on a saxophone, and it was really nice. He did a good job. But I'm looking around the stadium, and there was a gentleman directly in front of me, and I didn't say anything to him because he was about 3 feet taller than me. And there were some other people around the stadium that during both Canadian and U.S. national anthems, they wore their hats. And this really bothered me because growing up in school, I was always taught when the anthem is played and you're there, you rise and you take off your hat if you're removing one. So I don't know where there was a breakdown in communication. I don't know why Herbie, the voice guy, has to tell you to remove your hat during a national anthem. But do me a favor. If you're in this chat and you go to a live sporting event and they're doing the national anthem, take off your hat. You don't have to hold it over your heart. Just take it off. It's a sign of respect. It really bothered me. So if you were at that basketball game yesterday and you were wearing your hat during the anthems, shame on you. That's all I wanted to say. I had to get it off my chest. So thank you. Back to the game.
Fired it across, looking for a fortunate carom, but it
come on.
Is cleared by the Coyotes. Dumped back in by Kemp. One thing about having Marner back on defense, it does change the look.
And not even a Canadian thing, Mark. It's just any country. If they're playing your anthem, if they're playing the anthems, you show respect off the post. Wall jump. That is not a goal. No goal. Referee, you're wrong. I'm not playing the goal light. I need to see a replay. Off the post, it trickled back to the line. From the initial camera angle, it looked like Wall turned around and grabbed it. So let's see this. Exactly, right? Hang on, I gotta get close here. Oh, yes, it was in. Okay, not bad. So it was going back to the line. It went off the post, off walls back. He went back to grab it, but then I believe somebody, Valimecki, I believe, got his stick and knocked it in, but it bounced out so fast that you actually couldn't see it until they slowed it down. So it's a good goal. 3-2. This one isn't over yet, folks.
The Arizona Coyotes here jumping.
Right, there you go, shop girl, you know. Anthem time means hat off, or toque off, or beanie off, or whatever's on your head. Take it off. Within reason, obviously. Within, you know what I mean.
And Arizona right back to work in the Leaf zone. Marner back there on defense again. Here's a pass for Dumba in.
Dumba with a shot.
Tough stop there. Now he's knocked it off the stick of Dumba, but the Coyotes continue to put pressure on.
Well, it doesn't matter if you've lost 13 games. You get a goal like that, it goes right to your legs, and they're jumping right now. This is a huge shift for Toronto to clear the zone.
Leaf trying to put up the fire. That shot goes wide. Dumba steps up again, drops it back. Here's Nick Schmaltz shooting. That's off target. Off the bench, Keith Kesseling able to hold the zone. Walking the line. And it is a Valimecki goal.
No, it's Cooley. It was Cooley. He got their sticks were pretty close together, but it's Cooley.
So they put it on the board to Cooley, then they took it away from Cooley.
9 scores in the game. Logan Cooley, who was on the same collegiate line as Knies, has scored as well. Cooley with his 9th.
Oh, Lori, that's awesome.
And Valimecki. Great check there by Tavares. Flipping it back in for Robertson. In after it is McMahon.
Adrian, what's going on? Welcome in.
Tavares holds the zone. Here's Robertson centering it. Back to Benoit. Simon Benoit in deep. He'll take a lap.
Guy, what's up? Welcome
Getting
in.
it to the net. Robertson trying to redirect at the side of the cage, and it's cleared by Arizona. Off the bench comes Domi. Loose puck finds him as he works his way back in deep. So the
Being a white trash guy, that's okay, but you still have to have respect.
Now, Bertuzzi out there along with Domi out in front, and that's knocked away from the front of the net by Stetcher.
Well, with 7.5 left, though, I'd be of the mindset that's an outside. I'd be the mindset to get Marner off the backhand, get him on his line, and get some.
Thank you for hitting those subscribes. Really appreciate it. Again, I'm just resting my voice a little bit as it's getting a little raspy. But thank you all so much for coming in and hanging out. I'm waiting for them to update the goal. They put up for Cooley, and then they've taken it down off the board. So I'm just waiting for this to see if they add it back in, and then I will certainly give the goal to credit to whomever got it. And now it is back up, and it is indeed going to Cooley, his 9th of the season from McKelly. Gosh, I should get my glasses for this. McKelly picking up his 30th assist, and Valimecki is 10th. There we go. Toronto finding themselves in a little bit of trouble here. 3-2. Those Coyotes are not going away. They are not going away. So Toronto's got to step it back up. Again, welcome in. Yeah, I hope Gio's okay too. I forgot about that. Son came home and the Yotes scored again. Curtis, time to send him out. What did I just spell there? Oh my goodness gracious. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Yeah, I mean, that was a nasty bump that he took going into the boards. That hit, that hit to the head was quite nasty. So hopefully he is okay. Again, early in this game, I think it was in the first period, Giordano gets taken into the boards, slides in heavily, kind of crunched over, bangs his head on the boards. We have not really seen him since. Morgan Riley, a bad decision pinching up on the power play led to an Arizona breakaway where they scored their first goal. And Arizona has just been putting all kinds of pressure. 7 shots for the Coyotes in this third period, only 2 for Toronto. So they really got to get things back up and going. I don't think we're going to see a hat trick tonight as much as I'd love to. Don't think it's going to happen. That's right, Dallas.
The Leafs protecting the 1-goal lead.
Trade right, you, John. They did better without him in the lineup. That seems to be a trend.
Scooped in by O'Brien. Malamaki's in deep. Stetcher at the line. That's off the leg of Holmberg. Stetcher holds the zone. And that deflects to the far side. McBain after it. Here's O'Brien. Back to Stetcher again. Shooting. Knocked down in front. Loose puck there. Backhand. Wola. Tough stop there off Carcone. And the Leafs can't clear. Off Benoit to Reeves. And now McCabe with some room as Arizona was changing.
And exactly what I was saying. Get Marner back with his line offensively. The old saying that a best defense is a good offense. You got to get the rhythm.
What's going on? Welcome in. The
offensively
bad passing has really been a downfall of these Maple Leafs. They have not been passing the puck very, very well at all tonight. If you're just joining us here for the last 6.5 minutes of the third period, welcome in. My name is Sam. Thanks for joining us tonight. Make sure you do hit that thumbs up. We're on our way to 200 likes. But also equally important, hit that subscribe. We are 21 subscribers away from 10,100. So as you're coming in, hit that subscribe. We'll be back Saturday night. We'd love you to come back and join us. So thank you.
No, not at all.
Just seems like they need him up front more right now.
How many shifts in this period have been in the Leaf zone? You mentioned the 2-minute difference. See if they can get it in the other zone because
you saw the shots. 8-2 Arizona here in the third. Matthews back in his own zone. An outlet to Marner, who tried to give it to Knies and now flips it away. Matthews trying to come up with a loose puck. Knies does. Here's Matthew Knies flipping it in. A multi-point game for him. And trying to knock that loose. Marner just missed it. Gunther back the other way. Knocked out of midair by Brody. Riley ahead. Knies inside the line, trying to charge in. Line mate's changing, so he's trying to buy some time for some help as Nick Robertson arrives on the scene and comes up with the puck. Back to Benoit, but Schmaltz got a stick on that and nearly got away. He might. In front it goes. Kerfoot across, and Hayton couldn't pull the trigger because that puck was between his legs and might have had an open net. Barrett Hayton fires that wide. Kerfoot again. I think he's been the best Coyote tonight. Taken away by Tavares.
And Kerfoot has had a really strong showing here for Arizona.
Kesserling turns with it.
Coyotes turning and bringing this back into the Leaf zone. Dancing through, and that one's broken up by McCabe.
Inside the line, and Tavares flips to center. McMahon couldn't knock that.
Under 5 minutes to go.
Here's Michelli working his way back in with Krause. That shot off the leg, and the Leafs clear with under 5 to go. That's going to be icing.
So an icing call here. Toronto really struggling. Toronto is certainly struggling. They're kind of falling apart here in the third period. The Coyotes continuing to put pressure. Toronto only 2 shots right now in this third period. They are hanging on big time, and they are struggling.
The longest is that man there. You see his shift time, so he took his time to get back to the face-off dot. Takes the delay here to buy himself a few more breaths.
7-4 on the draw tonight, but beaten there by Bukestad, and Arizona has possession. Around it goes, and there's Stetcher playing it in front of the net. Tavares there to work it loose, out, but not out of the zone. Bukestad on it, trying to center for Krause, intercepted by Nylander, who scoops it away. Leafs get a much-needed change.
Oh, Paulette, it certainly was.
Here looking for their first regulation win against Arizona in 20 years.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
21 years.
21 years, jeez.
And Logan Cooley trying to wind it up. Nylander gonna chop at that. Couldn't get it past Kesserling.
Yeah, if you missed it, the last time the Leafs beat Arizona in regulation was 21 years ago, and it was actually the day that Matthew Knies was born. October 17th, 2022 was the last time the Leafs beat Arizona. Some other random facts talking about Alex Kerfoot and how well he's doing. Arizona, with his goal, he has become the first Coyote player with a shorthanded goal versus the Maple Leafs since Omar Ekman-Larsson did it in 2015. As well, if you missed it earlier, William Nylander, he picks up a couple of assists today, and he's become the first Maple Leafs player to reach 80 points this season. And I want to double check something here. Yeah, Matthews is back at 77. So Nylander, 80 points on the season, leads your Leafs in points. I mean, his point streak continues, and I mean, unbelievable. William Nylander leading the team in points, and that's why he signed that big contract. Peter, what's going on? What's the difference between your vending machine and the Toronto Maple Leafs? Oh boy, can't wait to see this one, Peter. What is it? Hit us with it. Cannot wait. For the Leafs, I mean, good for Willie. Good for Willie. You can still get a pack of players. Oh, boy. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, gosh. The Leafs are making me a little nervous here. They're making me a little nervous here. They got to get some shots. They got to start picking it up here in the third period. You can't let Arizona walk in and tie this one up. They are still in the lead. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to go. So if you're just coming in, again, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be here all season long, bringing you Leafs coverage, NHL coverage, right through to the Stanley Cup is handed out. We got a bunch of more games we're going to start posting as we get into the stretch run leading to playoffs. So thank you for all your support so far. We hope to see you again. Smash that subscribe button. 21 subscribers away. Help us out. Here we go.
Trying to win 8 of their last 9, but the Coyotes have been pushing. Dumba winds it up. Marner checks in.
Here's Knies.
Here's Knies. Firing it back around towards Marner, and it'll reach Brody at the right point. Off Matthew's stick. Knies behind the net. And the Coyotes up with it there, and turning back is Dumba. Gets away from Marner. Up to Kraus. Now onto the right side, Bukestad. In over the line. Brody breaks that up. Neat play by Brody, a hit denies. And Matthews at center. Knocked off his stick before he could go to the attack. Holmberg comes on, and he is joined by Nylander.
2:45. Tremaine, what's going on?
Waltz over the line, offside, Arizona.
Offside call. Just slow this one down as we are under 3 minutes away. Can the Leafs hang on? Can they shut this one out? They've been struggling here in the third. They've really just been playing to hang on to the lead, and Arizona has been pushing them every step of the way. 88% of people tonight out of 300 votes say the Maple Leafs should take this one. Let's see if they can hang on.
Camp on the draw. And they get all tangled up. In is Holmberg. That's a pretty good rugby scrum, and it came loose.
Leafs are happy to keep that time going there. Keep it there for another minute.
And are able to flip that away as Jersey heads back into his own zone. Coyotes have outshot the Leafs 27-25. And a big shot edge against Montreal, 38-21, but ended up on the losing side against the Canadiens 2 nights ago. Trying to cap a comeback here. Ingram was cheating out of the net, but the Leafs get possession. He's got to go back in, and now it's going to be icing, and that will spring Ingram.
You know what? That's a great read by Ingram, though. It was the bench that was calling him.
Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna. Ingram's gonna go to the net or to the bench here.
You know, for him, if he's already at the bench, he's seeing it, but then all of a sudden the Leafs get control of it. Maybe a easier chance. That's just a miss.
It's going to be interesting to see. Can they hold this one down? Can they shut her down?
To not be able to change.
Krista, two screens and a phone. Few devices.
Having a discussion about what he would like to do.
So we get a timeout, Arizona. Timeout, Arizona. So they can talk this one through and sort it out. Andrew, you forgot about me? Oh, boo, Peter. Boo, Peter. Welcome in, a bunch of new folks joining in. Welcome to the show. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb 12 Experience. We are down the stretch. Under 2 minutes to go. Leafs trying to hang on. Timeout, Arizona. They're going to be pulling their goalie. So we're going to be a 6-on-5 situation. Who's going to get the empty net goal? Any predictions on who's going to get an empty net goal, if anybody? And as we're seeing your picks come in, again, we are 20 subscribers away from 10,100. So if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. If you're a Leaf fan, if you're a hockey fan, we're here just about every single game bringing you a broadcast. So make sure you come back, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all that YouTube stuff. We appreciate you so much. Come in the chat and say hello, introduce yourself. We'd love to talk to you. Here we go. 1:56 to go. Kempf in to take the draw.
And from the draw,
it's a scrum. Arizona comes away with it.
Maccelli digging it out of there. Here's Matthias Maccelli.
Here's a shot. Wall's going to gobble it up. Rebound going into the corner.
Stopped by Wall in tight. Alex Kerfoot with a chance to tie it.
Wall.
Jersey across.
Jersey with a shot. Rebound. Wall's trying to grab it. He can't do it. Arizona still with possession. High slot to the side. It's bobbled. McCabe going in there. McCabe trying to clear. He's got help. Somebody help him. 3 Coyotes were all over him.
Gets it loose. Maccelli back to the former Leaf. Back to Maccelli. Jersey at the line. Watched by Holmberg. It's Matthias Maccelli. Sizing it up. Seam pass. Shot.
Wall takes it up high.
Off by Wall. Back to Jersey. Here's Maccelli whipping it across.
And William Nylander is your empty net goal scorer. So if you picked William Nylander, congratulations. You get a bonus. High five. Willie putting it in.
For William Nylander and his 32nd of the year.
Woo!
Joseph Wall, though, he was forced to make a couple of pretty darn good saves. Traffic in front, the rebound there, he's able to make it twice and clear the zone. And then watch this short side as he stays tall. He was down on his knees, able to find all of a sudden taking away anything up top.
Where's my Willie?
Tries to get it into that position. And then William Nylander, quick little turnaround, a quick wrister.
William Nylander. That means I went, at least got 2 on my Tim Hortons picks. I had Bertuzzi and Nylander.
Continues to flourish.
Hit that subscribe button. It's the last 48 seconds. 20 subscribers. Can we do it? Hit that subscribe.
Empty net goal. Now into the final minute, but the Coyotes are not going to go quietly into the night. Here's Valimaki shot. At the side of the net, Zucker back out there, a centering pass. It'll come to Zucker again. Back to the line, that shot hit a leg and goes to the corner.
An empty net again.
Zucker for Moser.
Thank you for hitting that subscribe.
And pass
13 seconds to go.
Zucker again. That hits the skate. Matthews on it. Will he get a chance at the empty net? Up ahead,
Bertuzzi hits the post.
Clock drains. A post for Bertuzzi. What a win for the Leafs.
The Leafs win. Bertuzzi hits the post, but the Leafs win.
How about Joseph Wall, too? His first game since December 7th.
Joseph Wall coming in, picking up that win. That is huge. Way to go, Joseph Wall. That was a scary one. The Leafs kind of left him hung out to dry for a little bit. Yikes. All right, here is your goal scorers if you missed it. Matthew Knies got his 11th from Mitch Marner, his 50th assist. Tyler Bertuzzi scores again, picking up his 12th from Lagesson and Nylander. Matthews scores for his 53rd. Nylander gets the assist, his 50th assist, and Knies picking up the other assist. Alex Kerfoot gets a shorty, his 10th of the year. Then it's Logan Cooley picking up his 9th from Michelli and Valimecki. And then William Nylander, his 32nd of the year from David Kempf. Total shots on net, 32 for Arizona, 26 for Toronto. In the periods, 9 for Arizona, 8 for Toronto. The second, 10 for Arizona, 14 for Toronto. The third was 13 shots for Arizona, only 4 for Toronto. Toronto did win the face-off circle battle, but like by one face-off. It was 50.9% to 49.1%. Only one power play opportunity for Toronto, and it didn't turn out well for them. Arizona actually scored a shorthanded goal. Toronto did not take a penalty in that game. 46 hits for Arizona. That is massive. 31 hits for Toronto. Toronto's got to start hitting more. They've been real sluggish in the hit parade department. 16 block shots for Arizona, 22 for Toronto, 14 giveaways for Arizona, 18 giveaways for Toronto. That is a brutal number. They got to do better at taking care of the puck. 9 takeaways for Toronto, 6 takeaways for the Coyotes. And that's going to do it. The Leafs pulling out the victory. As we normally do, we like to look over the statistics. And actually, one thing we're going to do, we haven't done our own version. We've been looking at what the pros have been given out, but we're going to do our own tonight.
And now, the 3 stars of the game.
3 stars for tonight's game. Let's do a quick look over the stats. You know, Joseph Woll played okay, but not good enough to pick up a star tonight. I'm not giving Waller a star tonight, even though he played well. We are going to award, you know what? I'm going to do this. Matthew Knies. I'm going to give Matty Knies star number 2 tonight. He had 2 points, goal and an assist. He was +2, only 1 shot on net, 3 hits, and he played 16 minutes. Star number 2, we're giving it to Ryan Reeves. He's getting the goal or the star number 2 tonight for that nice fight. And he's been playing really well. And star number 1 is going to William Nylander. 3-point night, a goal and 2 assists, +2 in about 20 minutes of game time. So a huge night for Nylander. Of course, is getting his 50th assist too, which is absolutely massive. So that is the ticket. Jose, I'd love to cover it, but unfortunately I am blacked out from that game tonight, so I don't get it. But you know what we can do? Let's listen in. You want to do a little bonus coverage here? Let's see if we can pull this up, and we'll do some bonus coverage. The Florida Panthers and the... Where is it here? I can only talk and read so much. Montreal and Florida Panthers. Let's see if we can bring this up and get some bonus coverage in here. Bear with me 1 second.
Some traffic here. Feeds Slavkovsky. Then he'll launch one into the neutral zone. Caulfield was bumped by Ekblad. The puck goes all the way down. And no icing here, as getting in there first was Suzuki. Here on the near side, it's Lundell. Out to neutral ice for Rodriguez. Panthers right to left across the radio. Nick Cousins now into the offensive end. Cousins near side, down for Lundell. Angled on net, pinballing puck, save Montembeault. And Savard the clear. And a race back the other way. Forsling kept it away from Caulfield in the neutral zone. Cousins on it, up the right side. But an offside call against the Panthers here. 48.7 seconds left in the third. Game tied at 3.
Even though it's okay, it's had a playoff feel.
It's really picked up as it's gone along, for sure.
Fans been energized. It's been fun. The outcome, it's been well played on both sides. There's a lot of penalties. I wish the rest would have stayed out of it a bit more. There's been too many special teams for my liking, but
A little bonus coverage here.
just got to handle it. And now we're down to 48.7 on the clock.
Face-off coming up our face-off dot to our left of center. Off the draw, the Canadians have it. Pass up the far side from Harris was broken up in a stoppage here. That one looks like winning the bench. So a face-off upcoming, 44.5 seconds to go in the third, game tied at 3.
The comparisons between Barkov and Suzuki. Barkov 3 points tonight, Suzuki 3 points. Best players, captains, the representatives, Reinhart 2 goals. Arguably, though, the best player on both sides have been the captains for each squad, Barkov and Suzuki.
Savard here on the near side for Armia, out of his reach, down to our right. Back for the Panthers, Sam Bennett. Up the far side and hopped away from Tkachuk. Got out to the neutral zone. Savard pounds it back inside the Panthers' blue line. Sam Bennett skates it ahead, right to left across the radio. Right side, Montour. He'll send it down off the end boards. Near side, a drive for Heggie, and that one high of the mark. Rims around, leaves the zone. 15 seconds on the clock. Stolars out to hand this one to Brandon Montour. Montour, far circle across Mikkola. Mikkola up the near side of the ice, gains center, plays it in, around it goes, far corner. Final seconds ticking away here in regulation. Barkov, Montour, a drive, the horn sounds, and the save made by Montembeault as the horn sounded. Wouldn't have counted had the puck gone in, but the Panthers trying to work something together there at the
There you go, Hayden, you're going to get your overtime.
After 60 minutes, it's going to be off to overtime once again. Another Panthers game going to be decided by a single tally here tonight. We know that much.
Remember when we had that about 20-game stretch where we didn't go to overtime?
Yeah, we're making up for
You
it
are
now.
going to get your overtime.
3-3. Interesting. 5-on-3 for the Panthers. 6-3 in favor of the Panthers in the 3-on-3 portion of overtime for the Montreal Canadiens. They are 5-4.
So we will hand off to Kevin Rogers for a check-in on the rest of the league, specifically Boston, Vegas. He'll tell us about that and more. Kevin, what's going on in that JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard as we prepare for overtime?
Well, Doug, the Panthers at the moment lead the Bruins by 1 point atop the Atlantic Division with this point. However, that can be short-lived. Boston, a 5-4 lead over Vegas, 2.5 minutes to go in the third. Vegas came back with a 3-0 deficit in that game, but the Bruins took the lead late in the third. Meanwhile, the Lightning lose at home to the Sabres in overtime, 3-2. Maple Leafs over the Coyotes, 4-2. Islanders beat the Red Wings 5-3. Panthers will be in Detroit coming up on Saturday. Also, Hurricanes over the Blue Jackets in Columbus, 4-2. We'll get the rest of the scores coming up on the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard after the game. We'll see if the Panthers can grab the second point, 3-3 with the Canadians. Overtime ahead at Amerant Bank Arena. Back to Doug and Billy.
Thanks very much, Kevin. So it's going to be off to 3-on-3, sudden death overtime, 5 minutes in length. If that doesn't do the trick, it would be off to a shootout. Billy, where oddly enough, the Panthers have only played 2 shootouts this season. Montreal's gone to the shootout 8 times.
They play more of a prevent defense. They've been to overtime a ton.
All right, sorry I wasn't reading the chat as I was getting this set up. Thank you everyone for tuning in. For those that are ducking out, we'll see you later. We'll see you Saturday night. Leafs and Rangers, but we got overtime coming up here. Florida Panthers, Montreal Canadiens.
That's my guy.
That's your OT pick?
That's my OT pick.
Well, based on the way the game's gone, you feel like they'll at very least get an opportunity here. 3-point nights for Barkov and Reinhart to lead, or to tie for the lead among all skaters in this game. You mentioned Suzuki as well. 3-point game for him. Barkov, Reinhart, Montour to start overtime. Panthers in red left to right. Montreal in white right to left. Caulfield, Suzuki, Matheson for the Canadians. Here's Reinhart to center. Barkov through the neutral zone. Heads in down to our right. Peels off far side. Backs it into the neutral zone. Then across Montour on a backhand feed. And then he'll leave it out in neutral ice for Barkov. Back at his own line. Gives to Reinhart near side. Works in over the Montreal blue line. Drifts off to the left side of the high slot. Dropped it off. It's Montour. Far circle. Down behind the net. Brandon Montour to the near corner. Now along the near board. Some pressure in against him from Suzuki. And fans may have wanted to call there against Suzuki, who took Montour down. No call, and now the Canadians will reset things back in their own zone. Both teams are going to swap out some of the personnel, get some fresh legs out there. Caulfield remains out as one of the starters from overtime. He'll take it back in Montreal territory. Right side, Gooley, as Caulfield goes off for a change. Gooley right side, out to the front of the net, and got crossed up with a teammate. Almost lost control of it. Has to back into the neutral zone to regather things. Now he'll hand to Newhook. Again, the Panthers left to right. Montreal right to left here in the extra frame. And Slavkovsky walks it along near side. Into the circle. Tried a toe drag move out front. Tkachuk broke that one up nicely. Was able to poke it away. Sends it around the end wall for Verhaeghe. Long feed out of the reach of a diving Tkachuk.
Jay, what's going on? Do exclamation mark points. Jay,
leaving it for Gooley. 3:33 left here in the overtime frame. Game tied at 3. Panthers out shooting the Canadians 33-29 as Gooley leaves it for Slavkovsky. It's up into the neutral zone, up towards center, where he drops it back then for Gooley. Calmly back inside his own end, draws in some pressure, gives across the ice, and it's Suzuki back inside the Montreal zone. Up the near wing for Caulfield, handed to Suzuki, and he's going to dart inside the Panthers' end. Now he backpedals into the neutral zone, gave it to Matheson, who streaks in along the near side. Matheson then, quick backhand feed, Suzuki near circle. Suzuki peels off near boards, out to the line. Matheson just held it in, near circle, looks out front for Suzuki. He was looking for a deflection. The puck went over a stick. Back come the Panthers. Here's Lundell. Up the left side of the offensive end. Dropped it back. Rodriguez shot. Glove down by Montembeault. And he'll hold that with pressure coming in from Ekblad. 2:45 to go here in the overtime frame. Tied at 3. So 2:45.
Gotta love overtime. Doesn't matter who the teams are. Florida, Montembeault standing tall. Panthers trying to lock this one up.
Really materialized that shot from Rodriguez well from the outside.
Panthers looking for a 40th win on the year, a 20th home win, and looking to sweep this 3-game homestand. Off the face-off, Panthers have it. Montour, Reinhardt across Montour left point. Panthers in the offensive end down to our right. It's Barkov, shakes into the far circle, had it poked away by Gooley, and then Armia strolls back behind the Montreal net. Halfway through overtime, Armia, a pass near side for Gooley. Gooley into the neutral zone. Across the Panthers logo at center. Drifts off to the far boards. He's bumped by Montour. Gooley across to an open Evans. Evans back across. Gooley. Right boards, up top, Evans at the line, streaks in far circle to the front of the net. He tried to jam at it. Stolar's got a piece of it. Canadians
so,
keep control.
Jay,
Jake
the
Evans
chat every so many minutes
right
will put all the commands
shot, and that one wide. Off to the near boards. Armia holding it in before it's ultimately punched out of the zone by Montour. All the way down. Montembeault has to make a play on this. Gives to Matheson. 1:53 to go in overtime. Mike Matheson walks it along. Into the offensive end, Matheson to the high slot, backpedals a bit, whips it toward the net. It's wide. Slavkovsky, he overskates one there. Maybe a miscommunication with Slavkovsky and Newhook. However, Montreal keeps control. Slavkovsky, right side, Matheson poked away. He recovers. Matheson out the line. He almost lost it to Sam Bennett, but recovering is Newhook. He's got it in neutral ice. On for Slavkovsky, a lane left side. Slavkovsky near circle, cuts to the front of the net. A shot safe. Stolar, rebound whipped wide by Newhook, and the Panthers dart back with a chance. 1:19 in overtime. Here's Tkachuk. He'll give to Bennett. Across center ice into the offensive end, Sam Bennett. Pressured here along the near board to the near circle. Bennett works his way down toward the corner. Bennett. Now Tkachuk straight on. Dropped it for Bennett. Tkachuk near circle. Backs off to the boards. Now Verhaeghe here on the near side. Works down behind the net. Controls on the backhand. Verhaeghe circles all the way out to the far point, all the way out to the neutral zone. Back and forth with Tkachuk, fresh off the bench. Barkov, here's Verhaeghe up the right side. Nifty move, cuts in front. Verhaeghe, and he put it over the goal crease. Out to the near side, ran out of room.
Verhaeghe,
down to 43
on.
seconds in overtime. Reinhardt here at the near circle, backs up to the line, looks across. Barkov there. Barkov, Reinhardt now. Reinhardt across. Barkov right circle. Thought about a shot. Reinhardt high slot with it. Reinhardt, Barkov in close. Works to the front of the net. Barkov taken off his feet. He put it down wide. Gooley may have gotten clipped with a high stick we play on.
Oh, what a back check play by Reinhardt.
Reinhardt got a stick in the lane. Suzuki would have been off to the races, and that pass connected. 16 seconds in overtime. Now it's Barkov through the neutral zone. Barkov left side. Reinhardt Reinhart to the circle. Reinhart back in front, and it's just off the stick of Barkov and wide. Ekman-Larsson holds it down low. Reinhart front of the net for Barkov, and it just bounced away. Ekman-Larsson far point, rolls it out front. The horn sounds as Reinhart whips it on net. That's it for 65 minutes from Amaret Bank Arena here in Sunrise. With the game tied at 3, we will go to the shootout.
What an overtime. What a crazy overtime. That sounded absolutely incredible. These two teams, end-to-end action. Unbelievable. Verhaeghe with a glorious opportunity, putting it over the net. Oh my gosh. So much fun, Onyx. I wish I could see this so bad.
Goalies have been good. 3-3.
Not because you're old. I'm not old. Unbelievable. This game just sounds so intense. It sounds so great. Florida Panthers, one of the top teams in the league. Montreal, one of the bottom teams. Trying to make a statement, though. They're taking the Panthers to a shootout, which is absolutely wicked and wild. Love, love, love. I wish I could be watching this right now. It was just crazy. The Panthers are so much fun to watch. Such a good team when they get everybody rolling through. Oh. I know, Jose. A win here today. If the Panthers can pick up this victory, they will leapfrog over the Rangers. They have 83 points right now. So they'd be tied with the Rangers. 84, they would go over. And I think Vancouver, who doesn't play till later tonight, is also at 83 points. So the Panthers could become the top team in the NHL if they can pull out this extra point.
For Montreal, moving left to right across your radio. He takes it at center, drifts off to the right side, touches the top of the right circle to the slot. Yolonen works in front. He put it off the goal post.
Off the post. Gator, what's up? I worry about the playoffs far more than I should at this point. You gotta love it. Jonathan, it gives me some competition.
Pretty nifty move, and sometimes you need the help of your posts.
Reinhart's going to shoot first for the Panthers. Right to left across your radio. Reinhart, 2 goals in the game. He'll maneuver in, zigzags to the front of the net. Shot, and a save made by Montembeault.
Gramps, it was Nylander, Willie in the empty net.
Stayed on his forehand the whole way. Tried to go 5-hole against Montembeault. Montembeault squeezes the pad, keeps it out. Montembeault didn't. There was a little fake in there. Montembeault did not bite. Stayed with Reinhart the whole way.
Here's Suzuki. Credit where it's due. He was outstanding all night for Montreal. He'll shoot the shootout, second shooter for the Canadians. Drifts off to the far circle. Suzuki front of the net. Maneuvers in. Oh, what a save made by Stolarz with the glove outstretched to deny Suzuki.
Really
nice.
6'6".
God, it's making me so nervous.
He used it all. Came down the left wing, right-handed shot, took it to the backhand.
Come on, Barkey. Come on, Barkey. Stolarz must be playing the lights out tonight. Facing 31 shots. Good night, Charlie.
Montembeault, Barkov know each other. Montembeault knows that Barkov likes to go to that backhand.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Montembeault was cheating to that glove side, and just a quick wrist shot. Able to beat Montembeault down low. Caulfield to keep it alive.
Caulfield for Montreal maneuvers in. Drifts off to the left side of the circle. Caulfield, front of the net, delays, low shot, he scores. And Caulfield keeps the Canadians alive in this one.
Same thing, Suzuki came down on that.
I hate shootouts.
Right-hand shot, came down with some speed. As soon as he got about 5 feet up from Stolarz, he just put on the brakes, and that allowed Stolarz to back up near the goal line, gave him some room.
And here's Anton Lundell for the Panthers. Maneuvers off to that far circle to the front of the net. Lundell deeks backhand to the forehand. He scores. Anton Lundell. He ends it for the Panthers, and the Panthers take it in the shootout.
Panthers win. Panthers win. Lundell. Lundy coming up huge.
Montembeault was almost in the corner after that back.
So there it is, some bonus coverage for you. Glad we could bring that in. The Florida Panthers winning in a shootout. Absolutely huge. I'm much relieved. Thanks, guys, for sticking around with us for some bonus coverage. Again, if you haven't watched our video, our little vlog from the Toronto Raptor game, go on, check it out. Give it a couple minutes of watch time. Hit that like for me over there. We'd appreciate it. There's the link to our Raptor vlog. We will see you Saturday night as the Leafs take on the New York Rangers. That is going to be a great one. Lucas. It's going to be a good one. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Jose, for suggesting. Really, really, really appreciate it. We want to thank all of our gifters tonight, all of our mods as well. Thank you, mods. Richard, AAU, Triton, Trevor. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so much for funding us tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you to everyone for making this a whole lot of fun, as always. We will see you Saturday. Got to rest the voice so it doesn't get so raspy, and that's going to be a good one. Rangers, Leafs, right here. You know where to be. Tell your friends, share us out. Tell everyone to come check out the channel, and we'll see you on Saturday. Have a good couple of days, everyone. Good night, and we'll see you real soon. Take care. Thanks, Richard.